Watchalong.
Hello and welcome to the United Stand, Manchester United versus Watford, Watchalong, live stream on the United Stand. You're very welcome, how you all doing? Team news is due very, very soon, players. We're waiting for it, but we're live and we are live. Let's get the live comments up as well. Lots and lots to do, but how are we all feeling? I've been very excited, I've got to say that. I have been very excited, you know. Very excited about this game today. But I'm now a little bit nervous, to be honest. Obviously, Arsenal are beating Hull City, which I totally and utterly expected to be the case. I did really expect that to be the case. I've got a funny feeling Liverpool will win tonight and will still be sixth. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's where we are in May that matters. And that is what matters. Welcome to the United Stand, says Ashley Johnson. I'm very well. Luca, how are you? Arsenal, lucky handball goal, says Kieran. Yeah, same old Arsenal, always cheating. But we've got to take care of our own business. We've got the team news flying in any second. So drop us a like on the video. If you watched the preview show last night, you'll know that I did the old dab. Not good enough, apparently. Not good enough. However, some really good forfeitures been put forward by people that we can do for future shows. Starting with the Sunday night review tomorrow night. I think if we get 1,000 likes on that, I'm going to wear a Fellaini wig on Sky Goldbridge on Monday, which I think is a brilliant forfeit. And I'm all for a bit of banter. You know, life's a bit too serious. I'm all for a bit of banter. Some people have said wear a Forest shirt and stuff like that. I don't know whether that's a bit too far. But Paul Clayton wants a shout out. Hallam899, he's just feeling hungry. Hungry for Martial, we all are. I've got to say, I will moan if there's any change to the team that's not because of injury. I don't think you should change a winning team. That's my stance. I was quite passionate about it last night, and I'm passionate about it now. But the team news is about to come in. And, jingle... No, don't do that. It's still 1-0 to Arsenal as far as I'm aware, and we will update you. But sometimes it goes our way, sometimes it doesn't. Liverpool not playing till 5:30, Liam. And Arsenal have been very lucky this season, but let's not forget, Watford beat Arsenal at home at the Emirates a few weeks ago. So they're a threat. Watford, I think, will press us. I think that'll play into our hands. I think if they play defensive, that'll play into our hands. So I think we're going to win. But match day, you know, you're full of optimism and excitement, aren't you, all week? And I certainly was last night. But I feel a little bit nervous today, I must admit. I do feel a little bit nervous. But please share the video on the share button underneath the video. If you're on Facebook or Twitter, please give us a share. And once you've done it, on the live comments, and we'll give you a shout out. Super chats there for anybody who wants to go head to head with Ali. You can contribute to the United Stand now. It guarantees you'll get your comments read out. You can pin it for a £5. You can just have a comment read out for I think £1 or £2. That's the super chat thing. Support the United Stand. If you want to do that, fantastic. I know a lot of you will. And we will definitely read out your comments if you do that. We try and read as many as possible, but obviously a watch along is very busy. So if you want it guaranteed, read out, that's the way to do it. Justice Cole is asking for a shout out. It's early doors. You've just had a shout out. You probably won't be able to do those later on. But team news is imminent. As I said, I will have Ross joining with me imminently as well. And hopefully there is an imminent goal for Hull City, because that would be massive. But I suspect the next goal will probably go to Hull. I'm just going to get Ross up. And hopefully you can all hear Ross, which will be useful. Hello, Ross. Can you hear me?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Do you think there'll be any changes to the team today?
Well, I'm seeing, and you've probably seen it as well, that Martial might be starting today, which will keep the fanboys happy. It also makes me happy, to be honest. I'll be pleased to see him. But I imagine he will start. But I think that should hopefully be the only change. I'd like to see, as Joey said in our group chat, I'd like to see Mkhitaryan start behind the striker.
I've not heard anything about Martial starting. I've got to be consistent. I love Anthony Martial, as many people will know. I've not heard anything about him starting. If he does starting, there will be a smile on my face. But I come back to what I said last night in the preview, Ross. I don't think you should change a winning team. I think, you know, as much as I think the long term, I think there's an impatience with fans today. It's not just United fans, there's an impatience with everybody. And I think it's the FIFA generation, society we live in today. We might be sixth tonight. We might win 10-0 and still be sixth. And I think people will moan about that. The season ends in May. We won't be sixth forever. But I still think we might be sixth tonight. But I do think we'll win. And Martial, the things that have come out this week, he's obviously going to stay at the club. So I'm happy with that. But I don't know whether I'd change a winning team. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. I wouldn't have done it, to be honest. I think, yeah, you've got to keep the momentum of a winning team. I thought certain players that are probably going to be dropped today, fantastic in that result. Mata being one of them. You can kind of see him being dropped today, to be honest. And given Rashford's comments today about Jose Mourinho, and the amount that he's learning from him, I think that Rashford would be hard pushed out of that team at the minute, to be honest. Because if he comes out with comments like that, Mourinho's going to absolutely love him.
Yeah.
It should be. Have you got team news yet?
No, I'm just waiting for it. It should be any second now. Just waiting for it off the official account. So it is about to come in any minute. Just want to read out HHR Trickshot is donated $5 and he said Manchester United have never lost at home to Watford and Manchester United to keep De Gea and Griezmann. We'll talk about that in about half an hour, mate. Good points, and we'll definitely come back to that. But never lost at home to Watford. I don't expect us to lose today, to be honest. But a draw is like a loss to me anyway, Ross.
Yeah, we say this every single week, and we always draw. But it was good last week that we actually managed to bag a win at Leicester. And again today, we've got to take the chance to get out of sixth and stop all the haters. To be honest, it'd be nice to even just get fifth. Would be fantastic because we do get so much stick, and there's not really a lot you can say about it. To be honest, the fact that we have been sixth for so long, so it'd be nice to move off that dreaded sixth spot and put Liverpool in there.
I'm doing a lot of clicking, as a lot of people probably aware. I'm just waiting for this team to come in, which I'm sure it will do. It's probably a little bit late, actually. They're normally bang on the button, but there's no team news as yet. I don't know whether in the live comments anybody's picked up on anything. Martial in official, says Oakville Red. So hopefully that is true.
I've got some unofficial stuff saying that it's going to be Mkhitaryan, Martial, Ibra, Mata, Pogba, Herrera midfield. It's out. I've got it.
Okay, that's official.
Yep.
Martial starts then. So what's your thoughts on that, Ross? Anthony Martial starts.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I agree with what you say, Mark. You shouldn't have changed the winning team, but there's one player that I would have changed in that team, probably would have been Martial for Rashford. Because I think at this moment in time, Martial's a far better player than Rashford. Potentially, they can both go very far, and I don't think there's any limit to the potential. But just as this moment in time, Martial's got the quality to completely destroy, and his form's been fantastic. I know he keeps getting dropped, but he's not really justifying being dropped. So another massive chance for him today, and I think Martial will take it today. I'm excited. It's an exciting lineup.
Well, nearly choked himself there. Drop a like on the video if you're happy that Martial's starting. I'm gonna, I can't be a hypocrite, but the team news, just for everybody who's unaware, and I'll go back to Ross, then I'll get it typed up for you. So De Gea in goal, Valencia right back, Bay in Smalling captain. I'm happy with those two, to be honest. I like that pairing. I will talk about that in a few minutes as well. Rojo's probably still injured, and Jones, because they don't make the bench. Daley Blind at left back. Herrera, Pogba, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Zlatan. So Rashford makes way for Martial effectively. It's the same team as that last week. It is a better team than last week. I totally agree with that. I do feel a bit sorry for Rashford. I think, winning team away from home, played really well. I don't think you should change it. But on the other hand, Martial probably didn't deserve to get dropped after the Wigan game. So it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? And Mourinho is the boss. Substitute bench, Darmian back in from the cold, not been used for a while. He's on the bench. Carrick, Fellaini, of course. Lingard, Rashford, Rooney. No Schweinsteiger again. Ashley Young's disappeared, which is a positive as well, Ross. So yeah, I'm happy with that team. I just wouldn't have changed the winning team, but I'm very excited to see Anthony Martial, as I think many people will be.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of the big name in this team, to be honest. It'd be interesting to see who he plays behind or in the number 10 role, if it is Mata or Mkhitaryan. Personally, I'd play Mkhitaryan because I think as a wandering number 10, he can create so much space, and his runs are fantastic. And he just seems a bit isolated out wide. So I'd love to see Mkhitaryan at 10. And there's a lot of pace. If you've got Mkhitaryan and Martial sort of linking up on the left-hand side, that could destroy a team, that. And with Mata cutting inside, we've got Valencia running forward. It's an exciting lineup for me. It'd be interesting, like we keep saying, it'd be interesting to see how he lines up with it. If he, if Pogba's holding deep or if it's Herrera. Because personally, I'd like to see Pogba slightly more forward, to be honest. But I think we should be battering Watford with this team that we've put out today. And I'm pleased with it.
Yeah, it's a very exciting team, and I think the majority of Manchester United fans will be happy with it, because I did do a tweet out yesterday saying, a poll really, would you change the team or would you play Martial? 75% want to see Martial playing. I'm certainly in that camp. I'm not out of it. I'm just a bit old school in that I don't like to change a winning team, and I think it just leaves you a little bit open if we don't get the win today for people to say you shouldn't change the winning team. But I agree with Ross. I think we will win this game quite comfortably, because I don't think Watford are the sort of team that will sit back, which I think will then play into our hands. So I'm not too concerned in relation to that. And I think, there's so much pace and everything in the game. And I think we've got to move the ball quickly, like we did against Leicester. It'd be interesting to see how we do at home, because the thing I liked about Leicester, Ross, was the quick movement, the high pressing. Be interesting to see, though, because last week we were sort of like reverting between a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1, with Rashford sort of going up front and Zlatan in behind him. Do you think we'll do that today, or do you think it will revert to Zlatan as the figurehead?
I think the way sort of Manchester United have been recently, I think we could try all sorts, to be honest. I think he'll obviously go out there probably with the Mkhitaryan sitting at number 10, two wingers, but if it's not working within 10 minutes, United have the capacity to change their formation, change their style at a turn of a hat. Even with the odd substitution like Fellaini, again, instantly turns our style completely the other way, which is watching teams like Arsenal, who I think are still 1-0 up. They've got one way of playing and that's it. Their only banker is to bring Giroud on and hit the odd cross. But the fact that United are so diverse under Mourinho and we have many different playing styles, you never know what sort of Manchester United you're going to see, which is exciting, because sometimes we can go out there and absolutely batter teams, but on the other hand, it can get quite frustrating because sometimes they just don't turn up. But I think we've got plenty today. Another solid performance from Herrera and Pogba to dominate midfield, and Mkhitaryan's just a man at the minute, and if he plays anywhere near the capacity that he has recently, he'll absolutely tear him apart.
I mean, you've hit the nail on the head there. You've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front, Martial on the left, Mata and Mkhitaryan, Pogba, Herrera. I mean, it is fantasy football, and it should be winning today. There's no excuses. Meg Masters says, good team, where's the tree? He's on the bench, and I think that's the right place for him. He's a good option, like Ross just said there. Joshua Yang, do you think we will ever sell him, and if so, when? I don't know who you're talking about. You've got to put the name in there. Tony Martial starts, says Luke Armstrong. And that team, oh my God, says Nathan Aliano Durman. A lot of people excited about Martial starting. Mkhitaryan at 10, says Dan Witt. No Luke Shaw again, as somebody's commented. Yeah, no Schweinsteiger either. So, it's not just about Luke Shaw. I think Ross quite rightly said it's to do with the depth of the squad. Maria Borg says, fantastic lineup. What a lineup, says Herman again. Great lineup. And who gets dropped, says Cato. Rashford is the one who's dropped to the bench. Which isn't a bad thing. Rashford's played a lot of football this year, and he is a young youth player. So, taking him out the firing line, I think Rashford does his most damage from the bench anyway, personally. Fellaini is on the bench, Indy Tagger, and I think we'd all agree that, whether you want him sold like me or not, he's still a plan B option that we didn't have against Hull for some reason. We didn't have him on the bench. Martial, fantastic, amazing, incredible dream team, says Mr. Pineapple Hero. And Rashford will be the super sub today, says CJ Gildy. Leon Jones asking whether it's a 4-4-2. And ideal lineup, says Rock247. So a lot of people happy with the team, Ross. And I mean, I went 3-1. We can't say that Manchester United are definitely going to win this game, because we've been in this situation a few times this season, especially with Hull a couple of weeks ago. There are no excuses if we don't win today, though. I mean, the world doesn't end if we don't, but it's just, I can't contemplate us not winning this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go sort of 2-0, 3-0, to be honest. I think the defence, centre-backs, Bailly Smalling, Valencia and Blind, I think at the minute that's probably our best back four. So it's a strong back four. With De Gea in goal, I think we should definitely be keeping a clean sheet today. The interesting thing for me is we've obviously seen a couple of times, we've seen Martial and Mkhitaryan play together, and it hasn't really worked. But each time that's happened, we've played the three in midfield with Pogba, Carrick, Herrera, with no real number 10 in that sort of formation. So it's interesting to see Mata, Mkhitaryan and Martial on the same team today and playing with the number 10 and not isolating Mkhitaryan out wide, because I honestly think he's wasted there. He's probably our most talented player in the squad as it currently sits, in form. So it's a really diverse sort of front three behind Zlatan, and I think, like we keep saying, if they perform how they should as a three, I think I think we could be looking at something near our with the squad that we've got, our strongest lineup today. So I think Mata's in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on Smalling and Bailly, and we can pretty much assume that is to do with Rojo being injured and Jones, because neither of them on the bench, and I can't believe for 1 minute. Well, we knew Jones was injured. I can't remember whether he confirmed that Rojo was injured or not, but I certainly think Rojo would probably be starting at some position. However, I've got to say, as much as Rojo's played well this season, I'm very happy with the Smalling and Bailly combination getting another run out, because I personally feel that is our best centre back pairing. It certainly was. It was the obvious one at the start of the season, and I think some of the form from Smalling has probably, a lot of fans have sort of turned against him. But I still think Smalling, if Rojo and Jones can be these great defenders, which they've become, well, not great, but good defenders they've come under Mourinho, then I think Smalling can be an even better defender than both of them. And the thing about Smalling I like is he makes us a threat from corners, and he's a better defender in the air from crosses, and that's been our weakness all season, I think.
Yeah, he's our best defender in the air. I think he's really good at defending crosses. His positional sense has just been a bit off this season, and we've alluded to the fact that he hasn't had two central defensive midfielders sitting in front of him, which is probably what's hindered him a bit. The issue I have with Smalling, and he probably knows this in the back of his head, that we know that our best centre-back pairing is going to be Bailly and whoever we buy in the summer, because we're going to go big on a centre-back. We all know that. And I think that's going to be our centre-back partnership for next year. And I think the Smallings, the Jones and the Rojos of this world probably know that in the back of their head. But he's got a chance today, Smalling, and for the rest of the season, because he could push, Manchester United to maybe sign a different type of centre-back in the summer. Maybe sign someone slightly younger with potential, like Bailly, rather than sort of go £50 million and buy, not Sergio Ramos, but that type of defender. So but he's got to step up, Smalling, because he is good in the air, he's good at attacking, but positional wise, he's been far off what he should be this season. But it's, he's still got time, and he needs to form a partnership with Bailly firstly, and with the injuries, maybe now it's his time. Because I agree with you, Mark. If Rojo was fit today, or Jones was fit today, I don't think we would have seen Chris Smalling. Then it would have been interesting, because it probably would have been Mata for captain, which would have been strange.
I've just noticed from my team news going along the bottom, I've dropped Smalling and we're playing with 10 men. So I need to update that. So as much as I've been calling Smalling out, saying what a great player he is, I have actually left him out of the team news that's going along the tacker at the bottom. So I will change that for you. But MEFC Dazzler, Smalling's dog shit. H says Smalling's a donkey. H is actually at the game. He's going to do live chat updates. They've obviously improved the Wi-Fi at Old Trafford, so that's good. I'm a big fan of Smalling. I remember when he got sent off against Man City a couple of years ago, and the dog's abuse he got from some United fans. I've always had a go at Fellaini, but I've never been like calling him a CUNT or stuff like that. I just don't like him as a footballer. It's not personal. But some of the stuff Smalling got, and I sort of took him to heart after that, and I thought, he's not that bad. And he came back and he was fantastic. But I've always said the reason Smalling and Blind were fantastic is because they had two centre-backs, two centre midfielders in front of them. And this year, I think he's found it difficult just having to defend on his own, and he certainly got exposed against Chelsea. Having said that, I still think he's out of Jones, Rojo and Smalling, I think he's the best one. He's got the best potential there. And I like the fact that he's good in the air, but I don't care out of any of them. I'd still be going and signing a centre-back in the summer. I really do think that is the way to go. Let's have a look at some of your comments. James Nagur says dab at 600 likes. Get to 600 likes. Smalling gets underlooked, says Marshall 11. He does on my team news. I need to update it. And Arsenal win, Spurs win, we win, and Liverpool goes 6th. I've just got a funny feeling Liverpool will win today. Well, just very quickly, I think Arsenal are about to win. Typical scraping a 1-0 win. I think Liverpool will win later, which will leave us in 6th. Does that concern you, Ross? I mean, I think Spurs will lose because they're just, as much as their fans are giving it the big one, every year Spurs have been bottlers of the North, and I'd love them to change that, but I still think they'll bottle it today. They bottled it against us at the start of December, to be honest.
I think it's a win-win, to be honest, Mark, because if Spurs lose, and we're 2 points behind Spurs potentially, well, they won't be in second then, but we're 2 points behind Spurs that let's be honest, are probably the second best team in the Premier League right now behind Chelsea. I know they probably will bottle it. I totally agree with you, but I just think it's a win-win. Arsenal, not Arsenal, sorry, Liverpool are always going to drop way more points than we are before the end of the season ends. So I think we're guaranteed to finish above them. And Tottenham worry me because I think their form and the players they have, they've got enough to push for that second spot. But the good thing about Tottenham is their squad's quite small, and they're in the Europa League like we are, and they're still in the FA Cup. And when they start playing 2-3 games a week with the size squad that they have, they will fall off massively. Because like they don't have a B team that Manchester United have. It's Dele Alli, Ericsson or nothing. So the longer they can stay in the cup competitions, the harder Tottenham will fall. So by no means are Tottenham nailed on for second. I think clubs like Arsenal probably have more. The bottlers that Arsenal are, they always seem to pull out some form in April. So they've probably got more chance of second than what Tottenham have, to be honest, as long as Tottenham stay in the cup competitions.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It is still 1-0 to Arsenal at the moment, very, very close to the end. Hull asking questions, but when was that game that Arsenal played quite recently? Well, it was Burnley, wasn't it, where it went 1-1 and they still got a penalty at the end. So they've been very, very fortunate this season, Arsenal, but I think they are playing Liverpool very soon anyway. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. Arsenal should be beating Hull at home, just like we should have done. Hull have done us a big favour last week, beating Liverpool. So I think it'd be unrealistic to expect them to get something today. But it's an unconvincing performance from Arsenal. I think we might be a bit annoyed, Ross, that Arsenal haven't dropped points. But imagine Arsenal fan TV; they'll be gutted that they've not lost. That they love it when they lose.
I know that poor guy that runs it will be. He won't have as much revenue this week, so yeah, he'll be absolutely furious. But that probably will still be on there shouting and ranting because let's be honest, their goal was an absolute joke. Should never have been a goal. He should have been booked for it as well. In my opinion, a deliberate handball. And I also saw something with a Gibbs potential red card as well. So I think refs played into their hands at home. I think it's Clattenburg today, which doesn't surprise me, but. Let's be honest, every referee at the minute just seems to have an absolute clanger. So let's just hope and pray that two people are not the talking point of today's game, and one of them's the ref and the second one's the goalkeeper, because we were overdue a goalkeeper having an absolute mare against us, but it just doesn't seem to happen.
Yeah, it is still 1-0 there. We'll keep you updated. Let's have a look at some of the comments. I've still got a raging Semi thinking of Martial scoring today, says Jimmy Hill. Sometimes you just start comments and you can't go back. It was a good comment, to be fair. I think Smalling could be as good as long as he plays with Bay, says Dylan Moraes. Bay's been I don't intend to talk much about Bay before the game because I think we'll be talking about him during the game. I expect him to have a great game. I think he was superb against Leicester. How bad was Clattenburg? Handball for the goal. Sanchez dived 3 times before he got booked. Gibbs should have been sent off too. JFRK obviously watching the game. Clattenburg is pretty much normally a home banker, and you can change B with W for that. I like going there. It's absolutely stupid of you to spend all the time on your channel attacking Arsenal Fan TV. Makes 0 sense. I'd pronounce your name if I knew how to pronounce it. Gobioku Baboy. But I think we mentioned them for about 30 seconds, and we'll pretty much say what we like on this channel. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I think Arsenal Fan TV are a bunch of jokers. I think it's scripted, and I really do. And I think that's why everybody enjoys watching it, because it's pantomime. Whatever people say about other fan channels who do that, like Full Time Devils, Redmen TV, the Chelsea one, everything like that, I've watched bits of theirs, and yeah, it's not as entertaining as Arsenal Fan TV, but I think it's more real fans who just you lose a game and they're not like wanting the manager out and stuff like that. It's more real. I think Arsenal Fan TV is a bit like WWE, isn't it? It's not fighting. It's scripted, and that ends. Some people love WWE. Some people prefer MMA, and I think every other club's MMA, and I think Arsenal's WWE. And if you like it, you like it. Well done. That's up to you. It's all about opinion. But for me, I just find it really scripted. But I'm moving on from that because I want to talk about United. And penalty to Arsenal. So Sanchez will take that and a red card. So they are going to win the game. I actually have Sanchez as my captain on Fantasy Premier League. I don't know whether you do that, Ross. But
I took him out of the team this week.
Yeah, I did fancy him. But that was strange saying Clattenburg's an Arsenal fan. I think it always comes down to as long as somebody drops points, and I think the Spurs-Liverpool game, no matter what happens in that game, it's a positive for us as long as we win. We might still be in 6th, but if Liverpool win, we'll be 2 points behind Spurs and 1 point behind Liverpool, 2 points behind Arsenal, so it becomes more congested. Obviously, if Liverpool lose and we win, we go ahead of them. If they draw, we go ahead of them. So a draw is probably the right result, but I just funnily feel that Liverpool will win. But let's talk about De Gea for a moment, because I know a lot of people are a bit concerned about that, Ross. De Gea didn't help it this week, for those who didn't hear it, saying that doesn't want to talk about that, just wants to talk about his club at the moment, focus on what he's doing at the moment. Mourinho coming out with a weird comment last night that I didn't really get picked up on, but I saw it, I think I saw it on Twitter, where he said he expects Real Madrid to act appropriately in their pursuit for De Gea, which that doesn't fill you with confidence. I want him to come out and say, up yours Madrid, you're not getting De Gea. So I do have slight concerns about it. I said the other day that I don't think he'll go, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, but it's one that I'm so much more confident with now we've got Jose rather than Van Gaal. Because if it was Van Gaal, I would have told you that he will go in the summer, probably for about £30 million. It'd be an absolute joke. You know for a fact that if he goes this summer, it will be £50 million plus, because Jose will not sell a player for his transfer value. He always goes for much, much more, which is fantastic. And I think, do you know what? If he forces a move, I wouldn't like it, but he's firmly said, and I firmly believe he won't force a move out of Manchester United. I think, if our position is not Champions League football, then, fair play, he should go, because we haven't sort of filled our side of the bargain. But if we get Champions League football, I think he will stay, and the only time he'll go is if a massive bid comes in. Jose says, you know what, the bid's come in, you can talk to Madrid, and I think he'll probably leave. And we'll all just sort of clap him and say, well done, because he has been fantastic for Manchester United. And there is other goalkeepers out there. I don't think they're better than him, but there is other goalkeepers out there in the transfer market. So it can either go two ways. And I think it massively depends on where we are and who we're going to sign. Because if we get Champions League football, maybe win a cup, maybe 2 cups, and look to sign players like Griezmann in the summer, it'd be an absolute fool to leave. Because Champions League next year, against Madrid, I know who I'd favour.
Yeah, I mean, it causes a problem if he goes. But I think somebody said it last night that if he's homesick, then he's done a lot for United. Would you feel let down by him, or would you just be disappointed? But at the end of the day, it's one of them things.
I don't think I'll be disappointed. I think he's done a long enough stint at United, and he's got us out of some terrible holes, to be honest. And I think a lot of our success under Van Gaal, which, if you call it success, which was getting in the top 4 one season and winning the FA Cup, was all down to David De Gea. And we wouldn't be in the position that we are now. I don't think we'd have the Pogbas and the Mkhitaryan to this world if it wasn't for him. Because I think we'd have been finishing mid-table, which would have been horrendous for Manchester United. It'd have been the sort of Liverpool territory. So I think he's had his stint at United, but I don't think he will leave, to be honest. If we get Champions League football, I just don't think he will.
No, I'm just messing around with something here just while Ross is talking. And in relation to, what's-his-face, Griezmann, do you think that's a done deal? Atletico Madrid manager coming out this week, saying Manchester United are a small club and, why would he want to go there? All that sort of nonsense. Do you think he's coming to Manchester United? Yeah,
100%. I think we need to, Manchester United fans need to kind of stop talking about it for now and just wait for the summer and then build the hype up, because it's kind of it's getting diluted at the minute. It's Griezmann, because we all know it's going to happen, and let's not forget he's regardless of if what the Atletico sort of president thinks we are as a club. Let's not forget that Griezmann supports Manchester United. He's a boyhood fan. He's Beckham's his favourite player, and the fact that there's number 7 shirts available, I just think it'd be it's destined to happen at some point in Griezmann's career, and now will be the absolute perfect time. And all his best friends are at United. He's got Martial, Pogba, and it's nailed on to me, mate.
I've just put a live subscriber count up in the corner there because I've forgotten about that, and we always do it for the watch along. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, if I don't know whether I've just clicked off it and it's still working. So if you are a subscriber or you're not a subscriber, if you mind just subscribing and see if that works, that'd be good. But yeah, I mean, I think we've got such an interesting summer to come. Mourinho more or less saying yesterday that he's probably only going to sign 2 or 3 players. Would you expect him to get more than that, or are you happy with that, Ross?
No, I'm happy with it. I think I replied to your tweet actually saying I prefer less players and more quality. I'd rather us just sign 1 centre back and 1 centre defender, and that's it. 'Cause let's not forget, Pereira's coming back. Fantastic goal from him the other day. Fantastic player. He's got to be in the squad at least. I don't think he's going to be starting for Manchester United, but he's got to be on the bench, which is going to push so many other people out. And if we congest it with loads more signings, I think it'd be stupid. Close Mensa's development. He needs to be in the squad next season every game. I'd like to see Twanzebe getting in the squad as well, which means one of Rojo or Jones has got to go if we sign another centre back. So it's such a congested squad, so much talent, and I wouldn't want to see too many people come in to kind of overload that. Januzaj's coming back. I think we'll probably sell him, but he is coming back. I think Jose will give Januzaj a chance in pre-season as well. I can't see him offloading him straight away. I think Januzaj will be a part of our pre-season squad.
Yeah, I'd get rid of Januzaj personally. The live subscriber count is working. Somebody just said it isn't. I've seen it going up and down, so that's fine. Nice squad today, says Dav. Okay. And Man United are a small club, says Chad. Mad Marcus is on there. Chad, should we get rid of Chad? Let's do a vote. Should we block Chad, the little whatever? He's probably only about 5. He's ran upstairs in his little Arsenal kit. He's got on the internet and he's playing with his computer. But 5, I mean 15. What am I on about? I'm very happy with the lineup, and I think the summer will take care of itself. But I personally do feel that 2 or 3 signings is fine by me. Griezmann, Bakayoko, and a centre back. I'd be really happy. But obviously, if De Gea goes, we're probably going to have to sign a keeper because I don't think Romero's good enough. JFRK says, let's hope for a Spurs-Liverpool draw later on. Yep. And Harper Hull says, I'd drive Januzaj to the airport myself. I'll pay the petrol money, mate. I think I just don't see Januzaj. I mean, just very quickly, Ross, would you want him to stay? For me, he played well 3 years ago. He's a young player. He's had no development at all in the last 3 years, which for me just shows laziness. Did nothing in Dortmund and got sent back. Done very little at Sunderland, which is Premier League. I think he played quite well last week and people were like, oh, he'll be an asset next year. It's bloody Sunderland and he's done nothing all year. We're Manchester United. If he's going to play for Manchester United, he's got to be at Sunderland, ripping it up week in, week out. And then there's still a question mark whether he can come back and do it at United. So there's plenty of players in the Premier League better than Januzaj at lower level clubs. I just think get rid of him. But that's my personal thought. I think he's wasted his talent.
Yeah, I think sort of Manchester United 3-4 years ago would have really needed Januzaj back, to be honest. But just where we are now with Rashford, Martial, Mkhitaryan, and potentially Griezmann, we'll keep saying it. I agree. I think he's got to go. I've just got the feeling that Mourinho will give him a pre-season, and he did play well the other week. I'll give him that. And he needs to, if he can consistently find form like that for the next 3 months, he will get a pre-season at United at least. But then Mourinho tends to do that with players just to build their form up and build their transfer value up, to be honest, because I think Januzaj still, even if he is inconsistent for Sunderland, has quite a hefty transfer value to him. When you see other players like Balassi, who I do rate, but go for £30 million, I think Januzaj must be worth something.
Yeah, there's a Keep Chad campaign going on in the live comments at the moment. Sandeep saying he's a very nice person, really. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you lot. And Mad Marcus on there. But not for me. I'd get rid of him. Not Chad. I'm talking about Griezmann. I think
Griezmann.
Not Griezmann. I'm getting mixed up in my named players now. Januzaj. Telepathic Entity says, Mark, are you concerned about the De Gea to Scunthorpe United rumours? Very concerned. Mate, I think they're more of a threat than Real Madrid, mate. Low EK says, has there ever been a game that ended 7-7? Not as far as I'm aware. De Gea is staying, says Leighton. 1 key signing per key position is enough. We already have a good squad depth. Maybe offload 1 or 2 players. Yeah, I think there should be more people going out the door than there is really coming in. And Clark Kent says that Mourinho is rewarding Martial for shutting down rumours on Twitter, which he may well be. You know, he wants a tight ship. We did say, Ross, that the Mkhitaryan, we said it on Sunday night, didn't we? Martial is basically Mourinho, all the M's I get mixed up. Mourinho is basically replicating on Martial the Mkhitaryan medicine. 4 M's there. He's used exactly the same tactics. And what he said this week, I think, was really interesting into the insight. Because some of the, as United fans, we do find some of his tactics quite, what he does with players, quite frustrating. But let's not forget, we're all learning as well. We've not been managed by Mourinho before. I think a lot of us know that he's a good manager and we should stand by him. But, day-to-day running of a club, it is all new to a lot of us. And with Mkhitaryan, what he said this week, I don't know whether you heard it, was sometimes it's better for a player's development that they don't play. Now, I don't agree with that personally, but he's been proved right with Mkhitaryan. How many times would we be going, he's obviously going to sell Mkhitaryan, there's no reason, he's been training for weeks, why is he not even on the bench? But he's done the same again with Martial, and Martial starts today, and it could work wonders.
I do kind of agree with him to a point, because when you play a player like that who's under a bit of pressure or he's been in and out of the team, it's kind of all eyes on him, and you kind of drop him to the point where he's almost forgotten about. And yeah, I think Martial's tweet was absolutely, it was a great comment. It was absolutely key. I mean, it's the Schweinsteiger thing. A lot of players from a lot of clubs would have taken all this criticism on board and just sort of gone, I'm better than this. I can find another club. Where you want the players to go knuckle down and fight for their place, and that's what he's done. And he's done that maybe not on the training pitch or not even on the pitch, but he's done it through social media, which is a massive thing for football nowadays. So I think it was a brilliant tweet, absolutely shut the mirror down, and I agree with that tweet. I think he's going to be rewarded with that today for showing faith in Jose Mourinho. And he's also resting Rashford as well, which takes him out the firing line a bit as well. I like the fact that he started last week, but I still think he's young, he's developing, and starting every week maybe a bit too soon for him.
Gary Neville needs blocking, not the real one. He's very rude. Well, you could argue the real one as well. Depends which way you go. I thought it was quite funny. Somebody just said that the lineup's wrong. I don't think it is. Dylan Blackmore's just said check your lineup, Mark. I think it's right. I'm pretty sure it's right. Yeah, so I mean, just reflecting on those who are joining us a bit late, because I know a lot of people do. We've been talking about a bit of transfers because we got the team news in half an hour ago. De Gea in goal, Valencia, Bailly, Smalling, Blind, Herrera, Pogba, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Martial, Zlatan. I mean, what a lineup! Only one change from the winning team last week. Rashford to the bench, Martial promoted to the first team. I think, you know what? Maybe it is a reward. I don't believe Martial should have been dropped after the Wigan game. 2 assists. I thought he played fantastic. Not had a sniff since. Starts today, so justifiable. But what I would say is I'm a little bit old school. I would not have changed the winning team. But I think the vast majority, I'm outweighed by the majority there, that playing Martial is a good thing. And it's certainly a more exciting thing. I agree with that. When it comes to score predictions, I think I would go... I'm still going to stick to 3-1. About yourself, Ross?
3-0.
3-0. We shouldn't be letting them score, but let's not... I mean, I'll let you get off, but very quickly about Watford. Got any fears about Watford? I mean, for me, they're not Hull of a couple of weeks ago. They're not a total banker home win, but having said that, I look at that lineup and I think that lineup should be beating anybody at Old Trafford.
Yeah, there was a great tweet on Twitter, actually, with the fact that Martial's starting today. And let's not forget Martial's last game against Watford, where he was absolutely clattered by the Watford player, and they went on to score, which I believe was the winner in that game, which it never should have stood. There's a little bit of redemption for Martial today, if he can manage that. And they are a threat. I think Troy Deeney's a fantastic player for a team of Watford's level. I don't think he could go any further in the game, but for someone like Watford, he's fantastic, and he can upset teams in the top 4 and top 6. So... they are a threat, to be honest, and especially on the counter and set pieces, because they've got a couple of brutes in their team. So they are a threat, but again, Smalling, Bailly, if they're getting beaten by players like Troy Deeney, question marks has to be raised, because we want Champions League winning centre-backs. We don't want players that struggle to cope with players like Troy Deeney. So every game in the Premier League's a test for them, and today's a big test. A clean sheet would be a massive result for that back 4 as a unit.
Thanks, Ross. Are you going to join us at half time?
I can't this week, mate. It's actually I'm going to be listening to the game via the radio this week because I'm actually popping out, unfortunately. Like I do every week, by the way. I don't stream games ever.
Plastic fan. I'm all right. No, it's fine. I think Marcus is coming on anyway, so we'll be fine. It was just to give you that option. Thanks for dropping on, pal. Hopefully it will be 3-0. I take that over 3-1, and let's just, I'll give you this opportunity now, and hopefully it will never have to be watched again. What happens if United don't win today and it's a draw? What are your thoughts?
I'd be absolutely devastated, and my thoughts were that we'd absolutely blown it, to be honest, because it's a home game at Watford. It'd be ridiculous. I'd be more than frustrated.
Thanks for joining us, Ross.
Cheers,
90, and I'll speak to you later, mate. Hopefully celebrating 3 points.
That's it. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, pal. Terry Dean says, I shared on Twitter and no shout out. Make me a moderator, please, Mark. You need to speak to Mad Marcus about the live chats because that's not my area. But thanks for the shout. Thanks for the share. And I will go to the live comments now because I've lost Ross, as you will know. It's me and you lot really now for the next few minutes until we get Marcus just before kickoff. Somebody was moaning there about it not being on the TV in UK time. It's rubbish. It is ridiculous. You can only get 70,000 home fans at Old Trafford, and basically in the UK you can't watch Manchester United play without resorting to illegal streams or listening to it on the radio, which I think Marcus is going to do because he's joining us at kickoff. I'll find another way, but we will be keeping you updated. Who remembers Mel Donaghy, says MUFC Dazzler. I do. Signed from Luton Town. Decent player. Don't think I can handle another draw, says a dross. Yes, Tommy Spool, that's mine, isn't it? Yeah. Online, you can't lose a title race if you're never in one. Arsenal, that's a good point. Andy Tagger's on about Martial being back on the bench. How do you get on a live stream, says Casey Morris. You've got to start off with Skype Goldbridge, Casey, on a Monday night, really. That's the scouting ground for our channel. Sanders obviously been on live streams and Sunday shows, but it starts off on Skype Goldbridge on a Monday night, and I think we're going to do one on Wednesday as well this week. So Skype Goldbridge 8:30 on a Monday night. You Skype in. We don't script the show. You come in, you have a rant, you say what you want to do. That's what it's all about. So just for those people who are new, I know we're getting new viewers on Watchalongs. This is the United Stand, the biggest independent Manchester United fan channel on YouTube. Please subscribe, and I think you'll find that you've found a fantastic community of fans, especially the live comments, which is why we always have it up on our videos there, because you're a massive part of this channel. And we're not just live today for watch-alongs. Make sure you watch it. We've got daily content on the show. Tomorrow night at 8:30 is our Sunday night review. It's always a bit heated. Skype Goldbridge on a Monday night, 8:30, where you can Skype in and have your say. Tuesday night this week, we'll have a preview for the Saint-Etienne game live at 8:30. Wednesday night, probably another Skype Goldbridge. Thursday night is another watch-along for the Saint-Etienne game. And then every Friday night is always our preview, as it was last night, weekend, 8:30, preview live comments. So loads going on the United Stand, and we're always looking for new voices to get involved. Some people are just happy to comment on the live comments. Some people are just happy to interact on the comments below the videos. But if you want to get involved like that, yes, definitely do. Chimwee says this game is crucial to gain momentum. I agree with that. And Mark, do you think if we had Louis Van Gaal, we would be 6th? I think we would be comfortably 6th, maybe even 7th. I mean, Van Gaal was just a bad manager. It won't. Somebody's saying that it's on Sky Sports 5, and not in the UK. You can't watch it. Maybe if you're in Ireland, you can. Dan Butterworth says like and share. Please do like the video. We like to get to 1,000 likes as soon as possible on a watch along, because it's massively about you as per usual. Let us know if you've shared it using the share button on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll let you know about that. And obviously for those who want to contribute to the United Stand and help us grow, the super chat option, if you are in the right sort of countries, is the $ next to the emoji at the bottom of the live comments. You can only contribute when a video is live. It's a bit like the things on Twitch where you contribute to your favourite Twitch gamers. You can now do it for your favourite YouTube channels. If you do contribute, we'll make sure you type a question or something like that, because we'll definitely shout you out, and we'll definitely read out whatever question you've got, so you can contribute that way, as somebody has already today. Can you describe my channel, says Casey Morris. I've not seen it, Casey, so I can't describe it. We don't do channel shout-outs or Twitter shout-outs or anything like that. But if you contribute to the channel, we will shout it out. I think that's fair, isn't it? So, where's Ali Ali, says Retro Element. Maybe it was just a one-day thing. Maybe it was just an angel from above for that one day. But we could do with him back just for Manchester. Cause we won last week, didn't we? So that would be great. 2,000 likes on the video, I will happily dab. 2,000 likes on the video, you can pick your forfeit, and I will do it because we won't get 2,000 likes on this video. We'll get 1,000, but we won't get 2. Burrs is in Ireland, well done. Smalling is captain today. United fan is asking if is Smalling captain material. Not at all, I agree with you there. Very, very good lineup, says I know everything. Jimmy Hill says, Mark, could you make a fantasy Premier League team? We did. I always just lose interest when I start doing badly. I think we need to start looking at stuff like that for next season for sure, because Kato Ellis wants to get involved on the quiz night. Yep, that's not a problem. What happened to Zara, says Farah Football. I still speak to Zara. She's not very well at the moment, but she does stuff for like Manchester United and the BBC now, having been spotted on the United stand. So there we go. What's up, Mark, says Ashwin Gill. I'm good, thanks. Do I remember Graham Hogg? Yes, I do. Jordan Glover, centre-back. Mark, do you always wear your ring? Says Ben Robin 11. Yes, I do. I play with my ring a lot as well. Not that one, but no, I do. I feel naked without it, and I'm forever playing around with it. My ring. I can't stop playing with my ring. Our corner deliveries are awful, says Leon Jones. I think it's a mix between bad corner delivery and not enough good quality in the box. We need to get a first half goal, says Man United Brooklyn. I'm very excited about this game, I've got to say. Indy Tagger, will Zara ever come back? I've not asked her. She would never come back in the way that she was before, but she might come on to the odd show. The thing is, Zara's building a career, and we were talking about this the other night very quickly. In fact, Evil Ducks just made a £2 contribution, so I've got to read his comments. Evil Duck. So he's contributed £2 to the United stand. Thank you for that. Really appreciate those who want to contribute to the channel. It obviously helps us going forward. And we will put it to good use in relation to some prizes that we're planning. A fantastic one next week, actually, to do with Paul Scholes and a signed shirt. But Evil Duck says, Mark, I love you like a fat kid loves cake. He loves me a lot. Well, I tell you what, I love all you lot in a non-sexual way. I think it's a fantastic channel. I think the live comments are brilliant. I loved the preview last night. I think it's one of the best shows we've done in a long time. Because I just had so much fun doing it, and I think a lot of people replicated that in the comments. I don't know why. Sometimes you just get a perfect storm of a very excited and bubbly and banterish live comments, and I'm in that mood as well, and it was great. Dan the Man has shared the link on Twitter. Thanks for that. And Man United have to win today, says Subas Kadar. Between Liverpool, Spurs draw would be good. Mad Marcus says he's open to rubbing rings with you. Right, you're definitely not coming on the show now. That's just bloody disgusting. Don't want it. Mark, would you play Luke Shaw or would you trust him in a big game today? Keelan Anderson. I would like... Meg Masters says bring back Red Rumours. I'm with you, Meg. I think it's one of the best bloody shows we ever did. Fantastic show, Red Rumours. I want to bring it back. You've basically... Drawty Devil, he probably isn't on the live comments at the moment, but... If Drawty Devil's ever on a live comment, just mention Red Rumours or hound him on Twitter, at Drawty Devil on Twitter, and tell him to get Red Rumours back, because I'm a part of it, but I loved it. Kunlek says, do you agree fan opinion matters? 100% it does. We were talking about that a minute ago. So Zara's going down the BBC and the MUTV route, which is professional. I think fan opinion is meant to be amateurish, and not in a condescending way. It's fan opinion, it's raw. I think two are very separate, and I agree with Zara. She wants to go down the professional route. I don't think you should be mixing with both. I think there should be a very clear, defined line. Fan content is nobody's pretending to be a genius, but we are passionate about our opinions, as are you. Professional opinion, they're paid a lot of money to supposedly tell us how it is, and a lot of the time it's rubbish. I think as I said the other night, I think beyond Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, the standard of punditry is abysmal. But what I'd always say is, just because you're a professional footballer doesn't mean you know more than a football fan. Paul Gascoigne is probably the most natural genius talent I've seen in my life, and an absolute got no brains. And that's prime example, isn't it? Some of them have got brains. Gary Neville's obviously got brains, but a lot of footballers haven't. But they get paid a lot of money to tell us all about football, and what they know about football is in their feet, not in their head. Robbie Savage. But fan opinion's brilliant. I think you get some of the best opinion from fans. I think Watford will sit back, says Nicky Collis. I hope Watford don't sit back. I really don't. I really want them to come and attack us like they did Arsenal, because I think they could get a result, but it will open the game up a bit. I don't think it suits them to sit back. We're trying to hit 67,500 subscribers today. Top right hand corner you can see we're on 67,346. Please click that subscribe button if you are new and get involved with the channel. That'd be fantastic. We want to grow, we want to get bigger, and we want more and more United voices to get involved with us. So please subscribe. You're very welcome, and get involved with all the other content. Marcus, I don't know where you are, but I thought you were going to come on for the match and free me up for a little bit so I can sort something out, because we're getting close to kick-off time. Which reminds me, let me just do something for you as well. Okay, let's do it. Where are you? You're there. Timer. As soon as the game kicks off, the timer starts. So it hasn't kicked off yet, but as soon as the game kicks off, the timer will start and you will know exactly how far the game is into it. Jake says he loves the United Stand. Well, you're a massive... I think when you subscribe and you start watching United Stand content, you basically become part of what the United Stand is. It's a fan movement, and you're part of it. If you're watching the show and you're getting involved in the live comments, then you are part of it. And we've got a big announcement tomorrow night on the Sunday night show, actually, for another aspect of getting you more and more involved, which is what we're trying to push and push. We really want people coming through and get involved in the channel. I know some of you have got no aspiration to want to ever be on visually or whatever, but whatever your involvement is, it's appreciated and you are part of it. Skulls Legend 18 normally comes up with a good comment. He says, if we sign a destroyer in the summer, do you think Herrera will be replaced? I personally like Ander Herrera a lot, but I'm not convinced he's a first team player in a side that's going to win a Champions League and a title. I think he reverts to a bench squad player. A bench squad player like a Phil Neville or something like that, they will still play a lot of games. So yeah, that's how I see for Herrera. Jayasurya Suryana Nan. I've probably pronounced that totally wrong, but he's contributed a couple of dollars to the show, to the channel, which is great. Thanks for that, Jay, if you don't mind calling you Jay. And his question is, thoughts on Martial starting? Well, I can't be a hypocrite, because those who've been watching from the start will call me a hypocrite if I said I'm ecstatic. Massive Martial fan, been backing him for the last 3 weeks, saying it's ridiculous if we ever let him go. I wouldn't have started him today. You know why? Because I'm old school and I don't change a winning team. But I'm very happy for the 80-odd% of fans who wanted him to start today. I want Martial back in the Manchester United team starting games. I just wouldn't have changed a winning team. I probably would have brought him on for half an hour. But the fact that he's starting is a good thing, and I'm happy with it, and I'm really excited by it. So that's the honest truth. What do you think of De Gea? I think he's the best keeper, and also, what he says, he's got a sharp reflex. This is Dominique. I've always said that I think De Gea is the best keeper in the world. Whether he'll still be at Manchester United in the summer, I am starting to won. I need to turn the timer off. Sorry, somebody just said there. Michael Scofield said that the timer is on. It should not be on. I need to stop it, reset it, and we'll start it at kick-off time. Right. Still waiting for Mad Marcus. He's probably still in his pants. As soon as he is ready, we'll get him on. But at the moment, he's not. Typical, isn't it? We're approaching game time, and I need him to come on. Little Moran, let us know where you're watching from. I always do that. Let us know where you're watching from, because Little Moran says, let me go hit my head into the wall. Kickoff is at 2 a.m. for me. Hate living in Australia. You get the weather. It's horrible here. Wet, cold, some sort of slushy stuff coming down. It's constantly wet. It means Robbie Ramble tomorrow morning's probably going to be written off because I can't take him across the fields in the mud. He gets caked in it. We aren't that reliant on De Gea now compared to the Louis van Gaal days, so if he goes, it isn't a nightmare, says Sander Sagers. I think he can be replaced. I just don't want him to be. I'd agree with Sander there. We were very reliant on him the last 3 years, but this year he won't be our player of the year, will he? Mad Marcus is ready. Goldfinger. He's been playing with his ring. And that worked. That really worked, actually. Hello, Mark, says Wyra. A few people watching. Richie CR is watching from Texas. Howdy from Texas, Mark and all, says Ryan Allen. Egypt, can't do your accent. Jefferson's watching from Leeds. Aviation Addiction is watching from Barbados. I'm going to be really doing rubbish accents here. Shabahat is watching from Altrincham. Nathan Moore is watching from Australia. And Hakarit Singh is watching from India. Hi Mark, says John Miller. Tony Cool Guys watching from Bulgaria. I can't do that. Anaf Devori is watching from China. Are you allowed? I thought YouTube was banned. And Malmo, Sweden. Richard Wilford, greetings from Malmo, Zlatan Town. That wasn't bad. Aston. Alright, pals. That's rubbish. That's Dudley, isn't it? Aston in Birmingham, I presume. Louis O'Rourke is watching from Ireland, so he is. And South Wales for Ashley Davies. This is the worst set of accents you've probably ever heard. Switzerland, says Philo Estafanos. I think Switzerland, always happy. That sounded a bit Italian, but it's not. It's quite close to Italian. Massachusetts for Nathaniel Gonzalez. And New York City for Mr. Frost. That wasn't even an accent. Hooray! Rizzy 3 from Italy. He is watching from Italy. I want to do Italy, like a mama makes a dol mio. And Sunny Sheffield, says M. Barden. I bet it's not Shunny. Lurking from Germany, says Kwame. And Singapore. I can do Singapore. Hello, sir, from Singapore. And Netherlands, you just do Van Hal. Sexy football. Rubbish. And Middle-earth. Middle-earth. Thou shalt not pass. That was a rubbish Gandalf. Enough of that. Let's get Mad Marcus on. You're probably all losing the will to live with me and my crap accents. But let's get Mad Marcus on. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited about the game. And
you're getting excited over me.
I'm not getting excited over you. You don't excite me. You don't excite me. I'm getting excited about the game. How you doing? All right?
All right, pal. How's things, yeah?
Good. I'm excited about the game. Happy with the team. I wouldn't have changed the winning team, but I know I'm in the minority there. Most people wanted Martial to start. I love Martial. I want him to play games, but I just wouldn't have changed the winning team. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
No, I wouldn't have changed the winning team, considering they played so well against Leicester, being away from home as well. But I suppose if you've got to change it up, then yeah, Martial would have been the obvious one to come in. And I would have probably handed Luke Shaw a start as well, because I think that would have been the perfect team then.
Yeah, not even on the bench, Luke Shaw.
No.
He might have to wait a little bit. To be honest. I've just got to take this comment because it's somebody who's contributed to the channel, and we will always read those out. Lachlan Dallin, thank you very much. A couple of Australian dollars. He says 47 degrees in Australia today, and he's going to neck it. I think he's going to neck a Foster's. I don't know. Maybe a bit of the amber nectar there, but thanks for that, Lachlan. Really appreciate it, and hopefully you don't mind me trying to do an Australian accent. It's clearly only banter, but 47 degrees in Australia. It's definitely not that here. I don't know what it's down in. Whatever part of the country you live in, Man United fan, so probably
it's
London.
snowing, mate, where I am.
Is it?
Yeah, it's snowing. Not real horrendous snow, but it's enough to lay.
No,
it's only
wet,
it's only about an inch or so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're only 7 minutes from kick-off, and a lot of people just sort of interacting, probably not realising that you live. I think the great thing about the watch-alongs, and the reason we started it, and a lot of you asked us to do it, was because on game time, a lot of people will be watching it on their own, and I think with the live comments and everything, people feel part of a community, which I think is replicated across the United stand anyway, but it works really well on match days. So welcome to those who are getting involved, and very much looking forward to this game today, that hopefully we will get away with a good result and win the game. Marcus, I think you said that you're listening to it, aren't you? You've got me in one ear and one in another.
Yes, I've got your ugly mug on my screen. I've got you in my right ear. I've got the radio in the left ear, and horse racing on the telly. So,
horse racing. You're a bit of a gambler, are you?
I like the horse racing, mate. Yeah.
Likes the GGs, or is it just you like looking at horses?
Not
one of them, are you?
No. I do like an odd flatter on the horses, mate, every Saturday.
Avery Sharp is watching from Russia. I can't do accents for Russia. I don't pretend I can. But very welcome, Avery. And please do drop a like on the video. Can we get 1,000 likes before the show starts? And Lachlan Dillon, again from Australia. He's come back with I started off way too high there. Lachlan Dillon. I struggle with accents. I get it right one time and I can never do it again. Anyway, he says, also love the content, Mark. You deserve your own TV show. I'm not sure about that, and I'm not sure a lot of people would agree with you about that. But thank you, Lachlan. He's contributed $5 to the channel. Really appreciate that. And as people may not be aware now, on our live shows, there is a dollar sign at the bottom there if you want to contribute to the channel. I know some of you won't, but some people do. They like to do that sort of thing, as you do on Twitch, etc. You can have a pinned content for a $5 or a $5. Stays up there for a couple of minutes, or you can just ask a question for a couple of dollars or pounds, up to you. Craig MUFC's from Happy Ireland. There he is. So St Patrick's Day is not too far away.
George Carl has just put a fantastic comment there.
Go on then, read it.
Marcus likes looking at horses, which is why he watches you, Mark.
Very rude comment, that is. There's no need for anything like that. There's no need for anything like that. I don't profess to be Brad Pitt, but I don't do bad. This is a live talk, says Andreas. Mafast trying it on. I love the way people start typing them out and think we're going to read them out. We know it gets highlighted. Aviation Addiction says, Mark, please say absolute clown. Shout out to my channel, says Rickety Gamer. If you want shout outs for your channels or your YouTube or your Twitter or your Facebook, we won't do it. But if you just pay a couple of dollars and it'll flash up then, and then we'll do it for you. At least we get something for it. We don't want to just be shouting people out. I think that's not the road we want to go down. But we're closing in on 67,400 subscribers. Please keep subscribing. Let's try and get up to 67,500 today. That'd be Fandabby Dozy in the days of... who said Fandabby Dozy? You're old enough, Mad Marcus. Was it Crusher Grape, Stu Francis?
Yes.
There we go. No one will know what we're on about. We may as well be speaking a foreign language.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
We're 3 minutes off kick-off. 3 minutes off kick-off. What's your score prediction?
I'm going to say 2-0. I think it will be a hard 2-0. But again, like Leicester, providing we play the same tactics, we nullified Jamie Vardy last week. I think we'll do the same with Troy Deeney today. I can't see them scoring, mate. Not at all. Not at Old Trafford.
I think they're a hard-working team, and I think that's potentially the issue that we will have today, is that they are quite a hard-working team. But I fully expect us to win. I think that side should be winning. You look at that midfield of Pogba, Herrera, you've got Mata, Mkhitaryan, Martial and Zlatan. That team, there's so many, even if two of them have a bad game, there's so much individual talent there. And I'm really excited to hopefully see Mata and Mkhitaryan pick up from where they did last week. And really, go on again and produce something extra special, which is what they did.
I'm thinking Mkhitaryan's going to play the number 10 role today. He did so well against Leicester. All right, the formation got changed up a bit during the game and stuff, but he really put in a man of the match performance playing as the number 10 against Leicester. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, can I give a shout out to Mark Brown as well?
Why?
Yeah. Well, just he keeps saying it in the comments. So.
Right. I'm having a problem here. Trying to find something that I can keep an eye on the game with, but I shouldn't be long. Let's hope something comes up in a minute. You get to that age and you're always waiting for it to come up.
I'm going to time out Sander in a minute. He's doing my head in.
Crusher Great was Keith Chegwin, says Zlatan fan. Maybe we got it wrong.
Crusher Great.
Hope Martial does well, says Creolan. I'm still laughing at their dab. I screenshotted it, says Haraz. Thanks for that. We have to be careful though because they have Cleverly. Oh, has Tom Cleverly gone back there? Bloody hell, we better be really careful there.
Yeah, he's in the team.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in the team. And Craig Cathcart as well. You can't see him. You can't see him scoring with Cleverly in there, can you?
I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. You never know.
Mate, you're being too negative.
No, I think we're going to win this. I just have that in the back of my mind as to how many games we have been so confident about a home win, and then we've failed to turn up at home and get the result that we need to get. So hopefully we will win it. But kick-off is up and running. Let me just get the timer on, and we're up and running on that. Have you kicked off with your coverage yet, Marcus?
Literally just.
Cool. Okay, so we're up and running, which is fantastic. Mark, if we lose to Gea, do you think Hugo Lloris would be good for us? No, I think we can do better than Lloris, to be honest. I really do. I think there's better than him out there. And I think the Donnarumma at AC Milan, probably the better option to go for.
He's quite young as well, isn't
he? Yeah. He's sort of like a superstar, really.
Yeah.
Okay, get liking, says Spencer Urban. And what's your score prediction? Ryan Allen says, I'm going to go for 3-1. And
up 735 likes.
Yeah. Keep liking the video and getting involved. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, the radio saying Mkhitaryan's at 10 as well.
Let me just leave it to Marcus for a moment because he's listening to the game, and I'm trying to. I had this problem last week. It does take me a little bit of time to get going.
Yeah, nothing's happening at the minute. Apparently there's a big banner in the stand about Tommy Taylor as well.
Oh, brilliant. I'm really pleased about that. Tommy Taylor was somebody I was talking about in the week. Fantastic player. And obviously they're all wearing the black armbands today. Barrett Mercer's just contributed $2 to the channel. Thanks for that, Barrett Mercer. Really appreciate it. Right, I'm going to have to move off this. This is really frustrating.
That subscriber count, Mark, that's a bit big.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It covers up a lot of the screen on there.
Okay.
Your brother? He's Mark. Been to the ranch.
Like Gomez dressed in purple. Jesus Christ. Well, Watford got the ball at the minute in their half. Just knocking it about, playing casual.
Okay, we're up and running, which is good. Unlucky from Ibra, says Herman. Yeah, good chance for Ibra there. Crossed in by Valencia, and Valencia, Ibra not really connecting with it. I wouldn't say it was a I think he should have done a lot better, actually. I don't know what people are thinking. Sort of drops to him around the penalty box. Not really marked. A fantastic cross, and there we go. Not scored, but it's a decent start from United. I think what I would say for those who aren't watching is that Watford are packing the midfield, but they are pressing high up the pitch, is what I would say. So that's good. They don't look like they're going to sit back. They look like they'll have a go. Let's not forget, they went to Arsenal and won, and Arsenal are brothers at the moment. So I think they'll come and have a go.
Yeah, the commentators on 5 Live here are saying that Watford are lining up with 5 at the back. Is that right?
Yes, that is right. Yeah. Valencia is the best right back in the world, says Haraz. United, I think it's interesting from a United point of view though, because whether we were going to play 4-4-2, let's not forget last week we played 4-4-2 at the start with Rashford sort of going up front. This game at the moment we are pretty much playing Martial out wide. He's just picking the ball up at the moment, and he will be expected to have a good game today. Hopefully he will do. So many options in that front three with Martial and Mkhitaryan, and hopefully Daley Blind can put some decent crosses in today. That one wasn't so great.
He's pretty good at. He's pretty good at a dead ball situation, isn't he, Daley Blind? He can deliver the ball.
I think Daley Blind is a weird one because I think he's such a good player, but he's really regressed this season under Mourinho. You know, even when he was last week, he didn't play fantastically well, and I just think he can offer so much more than he has done. But I agree with you. I think he's got a great dead ball capability. Jimmy Aguilar, obviously watching the game, he said poor volley from Zlatan. I think it was a good opportunity. It wasn't a sitter, but you'd expect him to do far better than he did with that, to be honest. No
Schweinsteiger again today, Mark.
Well, Nor's just said in the live comments that Schweinsteiger should always play. I wouldn't disagree with you, pal, but he's not even getting on the bench at the moment. I do wonder slightly about what's going on with Schweinsteiger, because he played fantastically well against Wigan, and he needs to play games, doesn't he? But no, he didn't. He doesn't play today. He doesn't even get on the bench today, and a shame.
I'll draw your devils in the comments as well.
Is he? Well,
yeah.
People have been asking about Red Rumours and when's that coming back. So there's your opportunity if you want to ask him. United do the normal thing and drop points again today, says Postman Pat. Very early in the show to be saying that. Very early in the show to be saying that we're going to drop points today. I think I wouldn't be too concerned about it just yet, but there's plenty of time in this game, and I think it looks like quite an open game, which is always good.
It does, considering that Watford are playing 5 at the back. They are coming out. Yeah, they're not just going to sit there and take the point and hopefully hope for the best. They're going to come out and play, which makes for a good, exciting game.
Yeah, definitely.
West Brom have just scored, apparently.
Oh, who are they playing?
I don't know. They just said West Brom scored. Pogba's passing's been quite accurate so far.
Yeah, he's playing quite deep. He is playing deep.
Is Herrera playing the furthest forward then out of the two?
No, they're sort of sitting as a 4-4-2, which is nothing wrong with that. It's worked in the past. Last week, funnily enough, and I think it can work again. But I think we just need to maintain that form from last week, really, and hopefully, Watford. I think Watford are a step up. I really believe that.
But Jason Boyle just said West Brom are winning against West Ham.
I had West Ham down to win that, so
yeah.
It's Watford on the attack at the moment. Decent side, Watford. I was talking about this last night. I don't know whether people were watching last night, but I did say last night. It's really interesting because we played Watford on a Wednesday night, I think it was, this time last year, and we drew. We beat them 1-0, but they were all over us. I can't remember if anyone remembers it. Obviously, we're managed by Van Gaal, so I understand if you erased it from your memory. But Agala missed loads and loads of chances. They should have won the game. And a through ball there just for Mata that was just put wide. Sorry for the background noise. It's Robbie running around. He gets excited every time Martial gets the ball. But so they've changed the manager, but they came and they probably should have won last time. So just a word of warning.
Yeah, it's that new manager syndrome, isn't it? That Ross mentions. Teams. It's almost as if they get a new lease of life. Fresh comes in, they freshen it up. Different tactics, different training regimes, and everyone just seems to want to play better and impress. I've not heard much of Martial though in this game, Mark.
No, he's done all right. In fact, Martial's passing's been good so far, says Creelin. I know a lot of people aren't watching today, especially UK people, because it's not on. So if you are watching around the world, because I know you can do get commenting in the game. Tell us, people, what you're thinking about it, who you think's doing well, etc. Get involved. It's massively about you on the watch-alongs, and not everyone's able to watch this, especially in the UK. So please let people know. Obviously, we've got Marcus with us who's listening to it, and I'm watching the game, says Adam Blinston. Well, let us know what you think so far. Matt is slowing the play down, says Terry Dean. Well, he's never going to speed it up because he's not a fast player, is he? But Ibra. Mark, have you ever seen the movie Annabelle? No. The Football Bear, I haven't.
Oh, good movie.
It could have been porn for all I know.
No, it's not.
Who's on our right wing, says Save 711. It's Mata. I think Mkhitaryan's in at that number 10 position. What's my favourite movie, says the Football Bear. I really like the Godfather trilogy. I really like The Departed. But I like a lot of... Because I was, a young lad at that time, and I'm not going to tell you what age, but in the late 80s, they're probably crap films really, but I really like them. Things like Top Gun and Die Hard and things like that. So Cocktail, stuff like that. I like them all, but I think maybe that's nostalgia. But Watford are playing quite deep at the moment, sitting back. But there's a lot of space. Might be a shot here for Mkhitaryan if he can get it away. Shoots, hits it low, and it's straight at the keeper. He needed to get a bit of height on that because Latam was following up. Anthony Abderab says, very clever of Watford, passing around the park to waste time. And Matteo says, Mickey with a good shot. It was along the ground. He got it through, but it's a simple save for their keeper.
Quite a weak shot.
Says Mickey shoots a great save. I don't think it was a good shot, to be honest. I'm
quietly confident with this, mate. I mean, it's only been 10 minutes, but like I said before, I can't see Watford scoring. Not with the back line that we've got as well. They played so well against Leicester, well drilled, nullified everything Leicester could throw at us. So, I'm pretty confident this will be a clean sheet for De Gea.
Well, Watford had a chance just there, and it was never in causing De Gea any problems from Niang. Why aren't games in the TV in the UK, says Kellen H? Because we've got ridiculous, archaic laws that means you can't show football of any kind in the UK. I think it's between 2, 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock on a Saturday. They do it because they think it will affect football ground attendances. But as many people in the UK are watching this stream like me now, I'm not down the local team watching Birmingham, West Brom, Wolverhampton or Villa or any other club that's close to where I live because I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm not at the Manchester United ground, although I could be, quite honestly, to be honest. But it'll only fit 70,000 in, and there are millions of United fans in the UK. So it's an archaic rule, it's a stupid rule. I personally think, and I'm sure Manchester United Football Club would agree with me, that there should be a season pass you can buy for your club, which means you get to watch every game on the TV. But they won't do it because it makes Manchester United far richer than everybody else. But that's the rules of the game, that's the rules of life. Good run by Martial here. Shame he didn't get the shot away, but cut inside, good running, and just goes wide for a corner, I think. So good run from Martial. Basically took 3 players out of the game. Nice, sexy run.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little behind, only probably about 20 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, good run by the sound of it. Unlucky not to get it away.
It's a corner for United. More of a threat from corners now, obviously, with the likes of Smalling and Bay in there, which I like. And we've got Daley Blind on corners, who's quite decent, but Watford clear it. And the good thing about Martial that Rashford doesn't give us down the left is that he runs at players and he kicks the ball close to him, so he does cause issues. We could do with the first team got a first half goal. I think, Marcus, that's the big thing from the game last week against Leicester, is that we got those first half goals and it suddenly makes things far more relaxed in the second half. Whereas, especially at Old Trafford, I can't remember the last, apart from cup games, we've struggled to get goals in the first half. But the movement of the ball is really good from United at the moment here. If we can finish this off, it'd be a great goal. Offside, I think, with Mata. But good interchanging play between Mata, Mkhitaryan, and they're pretty much following on from last week.
Yeah. Mind you, even under Van Gaal, we struggled to score in the first half as well, didn't we? Quite often. So, I mean, struggling to score in the first half this season in the league, can't say that's Mourinho's fault. It's just a mentality that's still drilled in the players.
We are... I nearly got my maths wrong then. That would be embarrassing. We're 27 subscribers off 67,500. If you have stumbled across the United Stand new, I always say, please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner is the hologram. You can see the numbers for how we're going. We want to get 67,500. That'd be great before half-time. But get involved. Get involved. There's so much content on this show. If you want to be coming on the show and having your say, Skype Goldbridge on a Monday night at 8:30. You just Skype in, we'll get you on. You say what you want, ranters, whatever topic that United related, or even if you're from another club, you're welcome to come on. Tomorrow night at Sunday, 8:30 is our Sunday night review show, which is always good fun. But there's daily content. Like last night, we were live at 8:30 with the preview. Watford are on the attack here, but it's been cleared from the box. So lots going on. And Marcus, feel free to start timing out the idiots on the live comments who do the G word, because it's annoying people. So I'm just going to do a few as well. You know who you are, and you're now in timeout. And if you do it again, you get blocked.
Yep, I'm on it.
Mark, do you think of the form that the players are showing? Says Matteo. I just think Watford are a decent side, and I think it's not going to be easy to do it today. Mourinho fired. Sam Allardyce at United says no. Looking really good so far. Short, sharp passing. We look dangerous at front, says Lynn Hall. Yeah, you know what? What are we? We're 15 minutes into this game. And Watford are not a bad side, but we're stretching them. Martial is getting a lot of the ball, which is good. And it's about using that extra man and just, teasing them. Prick teasing them, I nearly said. I didn't mean that. I mean, it's about, moving the ball around, tiring them out, and just being patient. And we do need to get a goal in the first half. I agree with that. But
it would be nice to carry on from such a great result last week.
I agree.
Especially if we can get the goal in the first half, get the game settled down. Watford will have to come out a bit more then if they're looking to get the result. With our pace on the counter attack, it should be game over.
KBM says, how can you listen to the game? Radio 5 Live, I think have got it, Marcus, haven't they?
Yep, Radio 5 Live, yep, in the UK.
In the UK, it's normally 5 Live or Talk Sport, but it's 5 Live today, so you can listen to it that way. West Ham have equalised, says Maniac Mechanic. Do keep us up to date. There's no game that really affects us, I think, at 3 o'clock today. I'm not sure whether Everton are playing, actually, but...
No, I'm not hearing much of Zlatan doing much at all.
A lot of the ball around the midfield at the moment. Yeah. Henrique makes a good comment about Smalling being great in the air. That's why I like Smalling in the team over a Jones or a Rojo. But it's Watford on the attack at the moment. It's a decent shot. A very, very good shot by, I can't remember, I can't see his name, Choliev or something like that. Absolute rasper with his left foot from a long, long way out. Nigel Jones has just said it as well. I don't think it went for a corner. Jack Pace, Debano, we are live every day at 8:30. Yes, it is. It's a very good shot. I just don't know whether
good save by De Gea.
I don't think he does. I mean, De Gea's got it covered, but it's a good shot.
Commentators are saying a corner.
It wasn't a corner. Don't worry about that. They're wrong.
That's all right.
Do I know Gangnam Style? I do. Yes. Good shot by Watford. They're looking dangerous, said Ed Hughes. Don't get moody about that. Watford are not a bad team. We should be beating them, I agree. But there's a long time to go in this game, and we all know what the Premier League's like. You very rarely beat teams from... good shot by Pogba now. A good shot from about 30 yards out, and their keeper does force a save from that for a corner. Giving Pogba space from 30 yards out is a mistake, and he scored some cracking goals from there. Yusuf just staying all nearly from Pogba, so that's 1-1 in relation to shots, but ours forcing a corner. Be nice for Manchester United to score a corner, Marcus, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah. We did score. It was Leicester, I think. We scored from the corner, was it, last week?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, which is the one where Smalling scored from the corner?
Was that Wigan? Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it would be nice to see another corner with a goal at the end of it.
Draughty Devil says, Mark, nothing's ever going to keep me down in the bag and in the post. Don't know what he's on about.
Oh.
How is that a corner, ref? Says Herman. Just watching the Pogba shot. It's a shame he doesn't get it a little bit right to the keeper. Lynn Hall just said really good shot by Watford. She's probably a few minutes behind. Wait for Pogba's, it's better. Okay, Kokiri, you're gone.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've just done that.
Good. Well done. And
I think this is why Jose won't take Pogba off either, because he can pull off these 30-yard shots.
Trevor Evans, it's done, don't worry. Gungshi, don't worry, it's done. And Mark, look back, haha, nothing. Pogba looks like... No, I can't say that. Come on, ladies, £1 fish, says Sonia. Deeney will beat Ibrahimovic, and... of course, yeah, if you're in America, like Happy Rick says, you can watch it on NBC Sports. Bloody ridiculous. I'm not happy about it, to be honest. But I think if you want to watch your club, you should be able to watch it, because there's only a certain capacity. 67,512 subscribers. Don't worry, that subscriber count in the bottom right corner is not going to stay like that. It's only because we had a problem in the week, and I had to reconfigure the whole studio. And I totally forgot about the subscriber count because I was more focused on the team, the timer. But come on, United, let's do this. Let's get the 3 points today. I think we've been a little bit lax, Marcus. We need to pump this up a bit, pump it up a little more, get the body going on the dance floor. I can't remember the rest. Let's pump it up.
It doesn't seem to be much going on though.
No, it's the team need to pump it up. That's what I mean. Camilesh says, "What's the formation?" I think we reverted to sort of Pogba and Herrera holding the midfield, and Zlatan obviously up front, Martial on the left, Mkhitaryan on number 10, and Mata on the right. So it's a good lineup, but Martial's just gone into the box here, and he loses the ball. Chad Like scored again for West Brom. Chad Like. We still miss Carrick, says Carmichael. No, I don't know. In a game like this, I think Pogba and Herrera, with all that talent ahead of them, are more than good enough to run the midfield.
It should be enough, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Carrick
Who's
does
the rest
slow us
of them?
down. Carrick's got to play in a midfield three, and if you play a midfield three, you sacrifice an attacker, because if you play Carrick, Herrera and Pogba, you're sacrificing one of the attackers, aren't you? Pogba's going to shoot again from distance, and it's saved by the keeper. But feeling our way into this game, early days still. It's only 20 minutes in. We've still got more than half of this half to go, and another half after that. If you're new to football, 90-minute games. My YouTube keeps kicking me out, and now comments not moving, says Adrian Smith. Maybe just try a refresh, pal. Just very quickly, while I'm on about that, we've had a weird 3 or 4 months on YouTube. You might think you're subscribed to the United Stand and not be subscribed, so just double check, because it's been very weird over the last while. Thoughts on our midfield so far, says Scold Legend 18. Well, I'll throw that to the live comments. What's your thoughts on the midfield so far? I like the interchangeability that you get with Mkhitaryan and Mata. I like the fact that we're using Martial and he's running at people. But Watford are a decent side. I will always say that. And you know, I don't think football really exists in the Premier League anymore because of money, Marcus. That you get Watford coming and you beat them 4 or 5-0. You can do, but players like Capoue play for Watford, and obviously Troy Deeney and people like that. Most teams in the Premier League have got 2 or 3 good players now, whereas maybe, you know, people like myself and Marcus and Drawty would remember the days of, you played Watford and you would beat them 4 or 5-0 because they're not that good compared to the team players that we've got. But most teams now have got good players and can give you a game of football.
Well, they have, yeah. I mean, especially now with the Premier League, with the money being shared, like it's a lot of these lower teams now can go out and buy decent players instead of just scratching around for bare essentials now. So it does make things a lot more interesting, and it makes the league much tougher as well.
There's something going on at the moment with the referee. I don't know. I think he's given a free kick to Hull when it was quite clearly a foul on. No, it is a foul for Manchester United. I don't know what's going on there. There's a lot of people. I think Manchester United tried to play a quick free kick, and I didn't see it, so I can't really say. But we have got a free kick where Zlatan was fouled. But I think we played a quick free kick, and the ref called a goal off. Creelan says the stupid ref called a goal off because free kick taken too quickly. I didn't see that. Mohammed says, Mark, please update your time. It's not tallying with the match. Well, we're on YouTube, mate. So it's there's always a delay on YouTube. So what you're watching will probably have a delay. We can't do anything about that.
Who's the ref today, Mark? Do you know?
Is it Anthony Taylor? I don't think it is actually. He looks a bit like him. I can't remember. I can't remember what his name is. Somebody will know.
I heard it was Mason.
Yes, probably is. Yeah.
There's not much going on here, mate. It's a bit lackluster, isn't it, at the minute? Needs a goal to up the game a bit.
Come on, Arlene. Oh, come on, Arlene. We need something to start happening for United.
We do we?
We want to go before half time. They're not doing bad. I've heard people saying boring. I don't think it's a boring game. I think United, like Sang Siang Tung just said, we're getting closer.
I suppose it's all about just chipping away, isn't it?
Zlatan looks off today. He's missed 2 decent chances, really, and that always concerns me.
Well, yeah, without him, without his goals, I mean, where would we be?
Please don't let it be another one of those days at home.
I don't think it'll be one of those days.
Somebody just asked me what I had for dinner. I had cheese on toast with a blueberry muffin for pudding. And tonight, I'm going to have a Chinese with a bottle of red wine. Let's have a look on Twitter. I always like to read a bit off Twitter. At United Stand MUFC, if you want to follow us, we're closing in on 68,000 followers on there, which is fantastic. A few more than you've got, Marcus.
I'm new to Twitter. I've only been on there about 8
What's your Twitter feed? Oh, Pogba. Good cross by I can't think it's Valencia who crosses it, and Pogba again just not hitting it hard enough. Good bit of play. It is Valencia gets the cross in. He's put 2 crosses in today. Valencia should just be absolutely leathering that. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but he should leather it. It's another good cross by Valencia. A few people are saying what a save, but I think he's got to just blast that low. But people are getting concerned in the live comments. Another good save by the keeper. Are we going to have one of those days? I really hope not. But let's see what's happening. We're very close to 1,000 likes, so we should hit that before full time. We were talking about before the game, actually, nothing going on at the moment. Forfeits, Marcus. I was reading last night from the video. I quite like this forfeit challenge. I think we'll do it at least once a week. And for Skype Goldbridge on Monday, I think if we get 1,000 likes on the United Stand show tomorrow night, I'm going to wear a Fellaini wig.
Well, I hope we do.
I think
because
that
I'd
should
love
be
to see
2,000
that.
likes, to be fair.
No, keep it as 1,000. Can't have it as 2,000, mate. You can't change the rules every so often.
And somebody said you should wear a Forest top, which, Daily Blind's just got in down the left here. This should be a goal. Oh, it's the wrong
Hope
ball.
so.
Wrong ball. Herrera hits it over the bar, but he's bouncing and he's about 30 yards out. Tyler's liked the video, thanks for that. Please remember to share the video as well. There's a share button there. If you have shared, let us know. We'll give you a bit of a shout out as well. Just a little bit too high from Herrera, says Krillin. And it's over the bar, says Matteo. JFRK says FFS Herrera.
No, I think a goal would make this game a lot better. It's all that's lacking, really. I mean, you get these games, don't you, where a goal will just change the flow of the game completely.
Definitely.
But,
Derby 0, Bristol 2 in that big game, says Jess Wee.
Yeah, United are doing everything they can but score. But if they keep on sustaining this amount of pressure throughout the game, then the goal will come.
Do-ra, do-ra, yeah. I hate that song. I don't even know why it's in my head.
You sing some awful songs, didn't you?
I'm stuck in the 80s. Another chance for United. Mkhitaryan that time. The chances are starting to stack up, which is frustrating. But there's still plenty of time in this game, so let's not get too concerned yet.
It's almost as if it's the same old story. Every first half we get plenty of chances, we just can't put it away. But,
yeah.
The midfield's looking, sounding, shall I say, quite congested.
There's just got to be a game at some point. Great ball by Daley Blind. We should have scored. Whoa, what a save by Gomez. This is worrying. I think Matteo and Lorende and everybody have probably seen this slightly ahead. But it's one of those days, says Indefinite. It was a fantastic save by Gomez, but we are sort of tearing him apart. We do deserve to be 1 or 2 up at the moment, which is a frustration. But you just got to keep doing it. Getting a lot of joy down the left. Blind and Martial linking up quite well. I think Zlatan doesn't look at the races for me, which is annoying. But
this is what I said to you the other day on the last watch-along. I mean, people found it funny that I said Zlatan is Zlatan. He just, I don't know, he just doesn't seem to do much, but what he does is quite a lot. And there's a goal, apparently.
There's a goal from, I'm typing away and I've totally missed the goal. Apologies, that is a real goal for Manchester United. It's definitely Juan Mata. I was just saying another keeper turns up at Manchester United and turns into Superman. Hopefully we'll all get to have a look at what happens here. It's a nice little, I think it's Mata and Martial with the, I think it looks like it's Martial. Mkhitaryan feeds Martial on the overlap, and yes, Martial with the assist, which is absolutely superb. Again. That's Martial basically answering his critics there. Well, he's not answering his critics because Jose Mourinho started him, but he's done something that, I think a lot of people were concerned with Martial today, that maybe he would not take this opportunity. Well, he certainly has. 1-0 to Manchester United, made by Martial.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, Martial, he can't do much more than what he's doing. He's doing everything right. His attitude, his attitude on the pitch seems fine to me. And he's doing his job well. I mean, as a player, that's all you can do, isn't it? Go out and perform on the pitch, and hopefully, you catch your manager's eye and you keep starting the games.
Well, a first team goal. It's a first team goal. A first half goal as well. But a shout out for Mata as well. Lots of people very happy in the live comments, obviously. The perfect goal, the special one. 32 minutes gone. Mata scores, assisted by Martial. Mata's stats are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Whatever you think about Mata, I think it'd be criminal for us to let him go. I think he's a superb player, whether he ends up being a bench player in the future, because I haven't got a problem with that. I just think he's just a brilliant player to have around the squad. He always contributes. And lovely build-up player. Mata starts it, Mkhitaryan. It's like a bit like rugby. You've got Martial on the left three, cross back, and Mata's there to pass it home. So we're 1-0 up, and I would expect us now, Marcus, to go on with that first half goal and win a game, because although we've been dropping points at home a lot, that's basically most of the time been based upon. I just saw a chance for Zlatan, which he should have buried as well. Not scoring in the first half. So we just need to keep up this intensity today, because if we win this game, I'm not going to change my mind. Watford are a decent team, so it's another indication of we're getting back to some sort of form.
Yeah, I mean, this will be, is it like 18 games, 19 games in the Premier League now? We'd be on a run.
We've got a good record in the Premier League, haven't we?
So, I mean, Jose, he's going about his business at United quietly. He's comfortable with what he's doing. He's getting the team scoring again. Mata scoring there. He missed the sitter at Stoke as well. So that's good for his confidence. Apparently, the commentators on the radio here are saying Ibra needs a bit of a shout out because he dummied over the ball when Mata put it in. So obviously you got a shout from Mata behind him. So good communication between the two as well. So yeah, it's sounding everything's going well at the minute.
Yes, well, as long as we're winning, that's what we want, and it will put pay to those people who were moaning about it being boring, or.
Well, this will hopefully open the game up now. I mean, I said like a few minutes back, the game needed a goal just to inject a bit of liveliness to it.
Man United fan opinion says it's 16 games unbeaten now in the Premier League, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But today's just all about getting the 3 points. Another one before half time would be perfect. I agree with you, Kian. But it's about getting the 3 points today. I know our goal difference isn't great, and it's always nice to win 3 or 4-0. And I'd certainly want us to get the second goal, because I'd be nervous with just one, and I think we will do. But ultimately, it's about 3 points, especially because I don't know whether people have realised we don't play in the league for 3 more weeks after today, because we've got FA Cup next Sunday, then we've got League Cup the Sunday after that. We've obviously got 2 Europa League games in between that against Saint Etienne, and our next league game's not till the start of March against Bournemouth. So we had to win today, but it'd be good to drill down and get 2 or 3 goals. But I'll keep saying it. I don't think Watford are a bad team, and we've had loads of chances today as well. Loads of chances. We're good for 1. We should be 2-0 up.
Yeah, I mean, this team, the players, the class that they've got, we should be more than 1 up as well. I mean, going by the chances we've had, should definitely, we should be good for 2-3-0 at half time. I don't think anyone could argue with that after what I've heard and what you guys have been watching. So I think if we win as well, this is going to put a lot of pressure on the Spurs and Liverpool game at 5:30.
I'd prefer Liverpool not to win, because obviously that would put us into what would be 5th today, wouldn't it? Because Arsenal won, unfortunately. But any result's not a bad result, because even if Spurs lose, we're 2 points behind them. If it's a draw, I prefer a draw. United are currently 5th, says Draughty Devil. We should all start celebrating. Celebration time.
We're at 6th.
But we're not 6th for the moment, which is brilliant. We don't have to put up with the nonsense of this 6th stuff. But as I've said so many times, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and it's where we are in May that matters. And we've got a good run of fixtures coming up for us. I think if I remember correctly, we've got obviously got Bournemouth at home next league game in 3 weeks. We've got the likes of Southampton and Borough to play away from home. So there's opportunities there if we start playing some good football and utilising the squad. I know a lot of people moaning about no Schweinsteiger or Shaw, but that's I don't think I'm not 100% sure. The bench today is Darmian and Carrick and Fellaini. Lingard, Rashford, Rooney. So lots of options that we can utilise the squad with. We're over 1,000 likes. Thanks for everybody who's liked the video. That's absolutely fantastic. And subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, the hologram there. And if you do subscribe, I'll just keep saying this. Make sure you watch the daily content because we're live every day at 8:30. And do get involved with the community, the live comments, the banter, the United chat. So many passionate Manchester United fans involved with the United stand. So subscribe and become part of it. It's an exclusive members club. It's free, but there's a fantastic opinion, and I think the United stand is an entity. You're part of something when you become part of it, and I think if you're new to it, you've probably found something that you're going to really, really enjoy. Sorry, Mr. J. I'll time you out this time, but if you do it again, you get blocked. Not having any of that on the live comments, thank you. And Tyler has shared the video. Thanks for that. If you do share the video, bottom underneath the screen, share. You can do it on Facebook or Twitter. Let us know. We'll give you a shout out. And also, if you want a particular, there's loads of you commenting. We can't do it all. The super chat option is there. The bottom of the live comments, the $sign. It's not in all countries, but it's certainly in like UK, America, Canada, India, and Australia, and places like that. If you want a comment read out for sure. We will try and read comments. Watford trying to get a penalty there. It's not a penalty. Click the super chat option. You can get a pinned comment for 5 minutes for a £5. Or if you just want one read out for a couple of dollars, you can do that on the super chat thing and contribute to the United stand. United nearly with another assist for Martial there. I don't know what Mkhitaryan, I think it was doing. It was perfectly laid off for him to shoot, and it didn't work. But there's so much happening down both flanks at the moment, Marcus. Valencia's put some good crosses in. Martial and Blind as well. We're doing really well down the flanks, which is great.
Yeah, I was hoping that they would go through the flanks. I mean, seeing as they're playing 5 at the back and the midfield was looking congested, it looks like that was the only way to get through them. And lo and behold, Martial get it on the left and comes in and creates the goal, gets the assist off it. So, yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of pace down there. I mean, Mata's not the fastest, but he's getting in behind as well. Valencia, as you say, is putting in a couple of decent balls. Daley Blind's putting in some balls in there. So, yeah, it's really good to see us attacking so much now. Now we've got the goal. It's like our tails are up, and just go for it now, see what happens.
Just need to get the second goal as well.
I mean, second goal effectively kills the game, doesn't it? I mean, he'll be done and dusted then. But I mean, in fairness, the amount of chances we've had, it could have been over before half time.
Watford wanted a penalty. It's a blatant dive. Smalling leaves his foot out and he dives over it. Not a penalty for me. People talking about Liverpool v Spurs. I'll be watching the rugby. I want to beat the Welsh in the rugby, to be honest, after this. But I probably won't catch to that till the second half because for some reason it's starting ridiculous time. I think 10 to 5. So we will still probably be live doing this. But a blatant penalty, says Daniel Sheehan. Oh, up yours, Watford. Whatever bitter rival club you're supporting. We've had about 100 of them this season and not had a penalty. That's not a penalty. And actually, I don't think it was even in the bloody box, but he dived.
You know what? Zlatan's got a shout for a penalty there. With, sounds like a nudge in the back. He's fallen on top of the ball.
James Lynch says, Forest fan. Come on! Is that what you got? Come on, give me more, James. Come on. If you're just going to go with the basic put down, it's a nothing put down. At least call me an ugly pig or something like that. My mistake. It was a dive, says Mary. Yeah, I think on first reflection you might have thought it was a penalty, but no, it wasn't. Shared the video, says Deborah MFC. Thanks for that, Deborah. Hope you're doing very well. I'll tell you what I like. It's a pain in the arse. I wish it was Saturday afternoon, Saturday lunchtime. But the thing I like about Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs, Marcus, is that as long as you win, you've got Saturday night, you can have a drink and a takeaway, watch a film, and then you've got all the Sunday where you can just relax. And I do like Saturday football. It's just bloody frustrating when it's 3 o'clock. But Saturday mid and Saturday lunchtime. But I like the old Saturday 3 o'clock. It's something a bit nostalgic about it.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, if the team gets a win, come 5 o'clock, you can think about, what should I order for dinner? Have a nice beer to wash it down with. Then you've got bragging rights over the weekend, and it makes the weekend so much better. Going to work Monday and, looking forward to the next game.
Or in the case of James Lynch, special school Monday. If only our other midfielders could score as often as Mata, says Damien Gayson. Mata's a fantastic player. Mata goal, yeah, we know that. Am I happy? Typical Habib Gaming. I'm happy. I think we've played very well in this first half. Moved the ball around very quickly. But I just think Dre has shared the video and Joseph McCallie has. Thank you for that, lads. I just think we need a second goal. I do think Watford are a threat. It wasn't a penalty, but it just shows the sort of danger they can cause us on the break. And apparently Forest are 3-0 down. I don't know why I'd be interested in that. But I think Bailly will become the best defender in the world in a couple of years. Just Callum, he makes a massive amount of difference for Manchester United.
He does, yeah.
Obviously, we had a clean sheet against Leicester, didn't we? So it'd be great to get another clean sheet. Another shot from United there from Mkhitaryan. And Josh Lee says, why does Mark like Forest? I'm from Nottingham, mate. That's basic. We're dealing with basic put-downers here. Basic keyboard warriors here. It's just, make an admission or an accent of where you're from and you can support that club. So, if you're from Leeds, you support Leeds United. If you're from Manchester, you're a real Manchester United fan. If you're from anywhere else, then, you don't support them. Where are you from, Marcus?
Originally from Devon.
Yeah, you support Devon FC if they've even got
Exeter City.
Exeter City.
But see, I've moved quite a few times, so I've probably got about 20 teams I support.
All right, this isn't your life. This is not your life. Michael Aspel's not about to come out. Pogba equals Dynamo, and Mickey equals Turbo, says Yoda. Sixer says Bay's raw, but his decision making is brilliant. He'll get better and better as well. I mean, Mourinho is brilliant, absolutely brilliant at dealing with defenders, and we're very close to half time now. Very close to half time. So I'm very happy with that half, Marcus.
Yeah, I am as well. It's you know what? Just to talk about the future quickly, with the team playing this well, do you think we would need Griezmann at all in here?
Yeah. You're adding in a world class player.
But
you don't refuse that.
Who would you take out though?
Well, you can take your pick. I mean, I just think Martial, you just find a place in the team. It's like saying this could be 2 before half time. It should have been Martial. What was he doing? Oh, he should have scored there. He should have passed it across to Zlatan. We were well away for a second goal there on the break. Just bad decision making. I think that will annoy Mourinho a little bit because he was in. I don't think it actually was Martial. It's very hard to tell. Hopefully they'll play it back. But
this has been a good team performance this half.
Yeah. It's half time now anyway. It is half time.
I mean, we can pick out individuals and say, he's been good, this has been good, but as a team, as a unit, I think they've been really impressive. But Bailly again, solid, just oozes confidence throughout the back four, and that always helps with a solid goalie behind you as well. And then you got that midfield, which just oozes class, the pace on the wings, and then the big man up top. So I think generally, overall, it's been really good as a team performance.
Yeah, and I'll go back to what I said at the start. Watford are a decent side. I know, and I fully agree that we should be beating Watford at home, but the Premier League is very different these days, and you've got to accept it's different, and teams can come and give you a game. I mean, Arsenal lost to Watford a couple of weeks ago. They're a decent side, And I think we've played well today against the decent side. I think we should be 2 or 3 up. I think we've had a lot of opportunities. But thankfully, at least we're 1-0 up, because normally we'd be 0-0 and we'd be starting to say, a keeper's turned up and he's playing like Superman again. So we have got that goal. We need to build on it. I think we should be 2-0 up and the game should be out of sight. We need to keep that intensity of the first half, like Marcus said. Daniel Edgerton shared the video. Thank you. And United have been brilliant. I just saw somebody say there. Good team performance, says Roger De Sousa. 10 out of 10 for Herrera, says Top Bins. Let us know who you think's been playing well. I'm going to give a shout out for Martial, because he obviously has come into the team. Supreme makes a good point. He had a very good chance at the end of the first half, running through. Bit of indecision and nothing came of it. But he did get another assist. 8 assists in his last 8 games for Manchester United. With that sort of talent, I know he's still a young lad, Martial. He's still a bit indecisive, but he just brings so much. And what he's done today is what Rashford can't do, is when he gets the ball, he's got much better close control and he commits players and he can breeze past players quicker than Rashford can at the moment. So the flanks work really well, says Damien Gayson, which I agree. I think we've put some good crosses into the box today, not just from Martial but from Blind and Valencia. So there's a lot of positivity to bring out there. Bay was outstanding, says Salhina. Juan Mata, man of the match, says Vincent. I think Mkhitaryan's done as well. Liam Weatherall's just shared the video, which is fantastic. Thanks for that. Mata playing well, says Manny. Herrera's bossing the midfield with his interception, says Bally. Some really good performances there. I think I would say that Zlatan and Pogba, again, are probably the two that you'd say we could probably do a little bit more with, but not in a bad way. Marcus is laughing, I'll go to him in a minute, but Dylan Blackmore has made a contribution through the super chat option, which you can if you definitely want your comment to be read out and you want to contribute to the United Stand. The dollar sign at the bottom of the live comments, you can do it through there. Thanks Dylan Blackmore, he's contributed £2 and he says, this performance is slightly turning me on, Marcus. That one's especially for you then. It's a bit like porn. He's paid £2 to get into your sexual thoughts, Marcus.
Oh dear, I've got tears in my eyes reading that.
He's paid £2 to get those tears there, to get you wet.
Thanks for the comment.
Valencia is fittest player we have had since Henze and Park. Jason Park was very fit. Not in that way. Lynn Hall, brilliant run by Martial at the end, but couldn't get a shot in. He's trying hard and done lots of good things. Keep it up, Martial. He needs a goal. You know what, Lynn? I don't know what a lot of people think, but I think for me, Martial already, even if he was taken off around 60 minutes, 70 mark, I think he's done enough. He's got that assist. I think he's just shown what he can offer, and it's about little steps for Martial. And as long as he keeps taking steps forward, stop feeding negative things out through his agent, then I think it'll work out really well. So John FIFA says Valencia and Babe been so solid. Brendan Tom Bobo says Pogba's doing a good job. I think he's not standing out, but he's doing a good job. Yeah, I agree with you, Brendan. I certainly wasn't digging out Pogba or Zlatan. Well, Zlatan has been a little bit wasteful, although the step over to dummy the goal for Mata was brilliant. I think Zlatan should have had a couple of goals in this game, but again, has been a bit wasteful. But I don't think Pogba's played badly. I just think players around him are probably playing better. Your Mkhitaryan, your Matas, your Martials, your Herreras, they're the standout attackers for me in that half so far. I do expect in the second half we're probably going to see Rooney come on and Rashford, so we need that second goal. The other side says we're not clinical enough, which I would agree with. We should be 2 in front, Marcus.
Yeah, we definitely should be. The only thing is, I mean, the keeper has made a couple of good saves. The Pogba one, from what I've heard, should have been a goal. So I mean, I'm not disappointed, with what's happened. Not by any means. I'm actually quite thrilled with the way we've played.
Yeah.
And like I said, about a team as a whole. But yeah, it wouldn't flatter us if we were 2 or 3-0 at half time, and the game would have been over.
I've just seen the goal for West Brom. It was a very, very good goal for West Brom, and I think West Ham had a goal disallowed. Richie CR's contributed a couple of dollars. Thanks for that, Richie CR. You can do that on the super chat below for those who want to do it. If you can see the dollar sign, you can do it. And he says that Mark Bay reminds me of a young Lilian Thuram. A lot of people on the live comments probably won't be old enough to remember Lilian Thuram. Marcus probably will be. Well, definitely will be. What am I on about? You're probably well into your 40s when he was playing. Lilian Thuram was a fantastic defender. Could play as a centre-back, but used to play right back a lot for France because I think they had Dessay and Laurent Blanc as their centre-backs. But a very, 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 very good player. And if Bay's being mentioned in that category, then that's a good sign. But be interesting to see if we can keep a clean sheet again today, because we did one last week and Bay played in that one. He's a monster, says Rapid HZ. A lot of you watching at the moment, please do drop a like on the video and make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, hologram. We might get up to 68,000 today, which would be fantastic if we can do that. So please subscribe if you are new to the United Stand. A little bit of a shout out for what we are, because we are all together on this. The United Stand is the biggest independent Manchester United fan channel on YouTube. We are live at 8:30 every night with varying different content. Obviously, every Manchester United game we're live an hour before kick-off with the team news right the way through till full time. Live comments, as you can see, that's always on screen because this is your channel. We want your opinion. Monday night at 8:30, Skype Goldbridge. You Skype in. There is no script for the show. You Skype in, rant, moan, be happy, whatever. Talk about whatever you want. Friday nights at 8:30, like last night was the preview. We had a good laugh on that. Every day. So get involved in the channel. If you're new, I think you've stumbled on something you're going to really enjoy. A fantastic community with some brilliant, brilliant people on the live comments. And if you love United, you're going to love this channel because it's just interactive, real fan opinion. So you're very, very welcome. Great shout, Ricky. Thuram was world class in his day, says George Kyle. Like, share, subscribe, says Minnie. The United Stand is family. That's, well, yeah. The United Stand Army we were last August. Remember when we went to war?
Yeah.
We've just been at peace for a while, but we can go to war at the drop of a hat, as those people who were around in August will remember. The United States Army whoosh like that. But we're not at war at the moment. We're happy. How come I've seen the brothers Neville play? How come too young? Too young, says Jerome De Vries. I don't know what he's on about. If you saw the Nevilles play, you will have seen Thuram. Ed Hughes says he's just subbed to the channel. Really good channel. That's why I like doing the watch along. We do tend to pick up new people, and yeah, you're very welcome, and do get involved. Do Skype in, get commenting. You're going to make great mates on the live comments because you'll see the same names on there. Who would you bring on in the second half, says Mary G. Mark. I'll let Mark discuss that before. Would you be looking at bringing any subs on?
No, not for me.
What about 70 minutes? He will do.
Yeah, about 70 minutes. I mean, we're bound to see Rooney come on at some point.
For Matter.
Rooney yeah, for Matter. Probably, yeah.
In fact, if there's a bet, if you're a gambling person, just get on it now. Put your mortgage on Rooney for Matter.
So I think we'll see
Rooney.
Rooney.
That bet. I'm just saying it's likely to happen.
But I wouldn't make any changes now. The team has played so well. We've created a fair few chances. We've got the goal. We should have had more. And I think basically it's probably just a case of more of the same. And, you know, just see what happens. Stay tight at the back. Don't lose your concentration. Stay calm on the ball. And, you know, just keep playing the way you are. If we still got all this attacking threat going forward, we're bound to get the second. And then that's it. It's game over.
Okay. Okay. I don't know whether this is right or not, but I will go with trust. Yudar Gunawan says, shout out Mark, United Stand equals Badiri Bersama in Indonesian. I hope it does. I hope it doesn't mean something else, but I'm going to trust you on that, Yudar. And I'm not going to do another one because people will see that as a green light now to go and get me to say something in a language I'm not aware of. But yeah, I think live streams helps YouTubers. I don't know what Kian's on about. Zlatan will score, not worried. Horrible gingerhead, says Otis. I'm
just getting rid of that now.
Yes. Bye, Otis. I'm not ginger anyway. What are your thoughts on Thursday, says Adam Moore. Obviously, the Europa League kicks in on Thursday. Is that our next game? Yes, it is. I feel a bit deprived of Manchester United games at the moment, I must say. It's been a long week this week, but it's so good watching us. I think the football's so much better.
Yeah, isn't it? You get more excited for the way we're playing now. I mean,
yeah.
we're not thinking, a week until we watch another boring drab of a game. We're actually thinking, God, come on, can't this week go any quicker?
It is. I think it's funny because we had those. The last time I think we played well was West Brom away in the first half at middle of December. And then I think Sunderland at home, Borough at home, and Liverpool and Stoke. I don't think we were playing very well, even though we won 2 and drew 2. I don't think we were playing well. I thought we regressed again. But I think the last couple of games, it suddenly clicked again at a very good time for us. I mean, just to remind people, this is our last league game for 3 weeks. Because we've got the League Cup final in 2 weeks. We've got the FA Cup next week. Got Europa League games. I mean, exciting times, but hopefully we can keep this form up. But there's no reason why we can't beat Saint Etienne. The second leg is away, I think. I think we're at home in the first one. So we need to get a good result on Thursday night against them. Then we've got the FA Cup against Blackburn, where I'd hope, what I would say, Marcus, is I hope in the next 2 games we will see Schweinsteiger.
I would have thought we'd see him in the FA Cup for a definite. I'm hoping Luke Shaw would be in the FA Cup as well. But again, it's not until next week, is it? So, I mean, do we really need to rotate? We're going to have a good few days off before the next game. So why rotate a winning side again? I know it's a different competition, but we want to take this form into every competition that we're in. And keep the mentality the same, and you can't get consistency if we keep on changing the team for every competition.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just going to ask a question for Red in Bed, who does our Facebook page, and I'm more than happy to sort of chuck questions out if people want to. He's basically saying, how did everyone discover this channel, the United Stand? So you can just get commented in the live comments, and I'm sure Red in the Bed will just read them. Just wants to know how people have found the United Stand, whether it was a Twitter link or a Facebook link or a suggested video on YouTube or a website. Be interested to know. So please do, if you are new especially, let us know how you've stumbled on the channel today, or if you can remember how you did it a few weeks ago or months or even years. We've had people who've been here from the start, which is amazing. James Hughes says we need to win in the Europa League. To be honest, if we keep winning the league, mate, we'll finish in the top 4, James. I really, really, really do believe that. So, why is Fellaini? Why is he so hated? Says Prabesh. Have you got all night? No. I don't hate Fellaini. I like where Fellaini is at the moment, not in the first team. And I think if we were playing today and it was 1-1 or 0-0, well, it won't be 0-0, but if it's 1-1 because Watford get a goal and then they sit back for the last 10 minutes, perfect player to bring on for the last 10 minutes. I don't want to see Fellaini starting games. I don't want to see Fellaini coming on when we don't need to use him. I think he's a plan B option, and I'm happy with that. He should not be anywhere near the first team for me, although I know Marcus adores him.
No, I don't adore him. I can see where that's come from, but no, I don't adore him. I think he's been. He does have a use, and I don't like seeing players of Manchester United be slated like that. No matter who they are. I mean, they're bought for a reason to do a job. So I just think support the team, and instead of supporting individual players and hating on individual players.
Oh, I wish we were all like you, Marcus. Just so bloody perfect. Support the team.
No, it's not perfect. It's just
win,
common
lose
sense.
or draw. We're all united.
Oh, we are.
I find that. Personally, this is what the great thing about the United Stand is. It's all about different opinion, and I love Marcus. He's fantastic, but I disagree with that. If win, lose or draw, we're all united. Well, yeah, we are. We're not going to start supporting other clubs. But if we lose, I'm going to go mad if it's down to crap football, crap tactics, or I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about in the future. In the past with Moyes and Van Gaal. I certainly wasn't sat there having been absolutely stuffed at home by Liverpool, going win, lose or draw, we're all united. I was up there going, get rid of this absolute clown in charge of our club. That's what fan opinion is to me. but everybody sees it differently. Second half is about to kick off, so I need to do the timer.
Well, there's not much point me jumping on, the bandwagon saying and ranting about what you do. There's no point me agreeing with you. So I'm just gone the opposite way. So it's just difference of opinion. We agree to disagree.
Difference of opinion is fantastic, and that's what we've built this channel on, because nobody agrees. And I think as long as people's opinion is respected, which it always will be on this channel, sometimes people are the clock is up and running, don't worry about that. Everybody has different opinions, and that's fantastic, and we promote that. I'll have a little bit of banter, but it's never never vile abuse. No, not in for all that. So different opinions are good, but I'm certainly one of those people who will. Samir Sahib says, "Where does the money go from YouTube?" It goes into my pocket, and then I just go and spend it all on drugs and drink and prostitutes. Yeah, that's exactly where it goes. No. We've got plans. We've all got jobs, so it's not about the United Stand was never set up to be a financial cash cow. Not that it really is on YouTube anymore. It's terrible, the ad rates that you get. So if people want to contribute, it's great. We don't use the best equipment. Although the graphics that Draughty Devil provides are fantastic. So we could do with a few improvements. And obviously we have a lot of people who are regulars and guests, of which some of you could become as well. And the plan is over the next 12 months to start sending out decent equipment and using it for them to have good microphones, because I know people moan about stuff like that and cameras and stuff like that. So that's where it would again invest. But United are playing at the moment. Martial up against the left back, and he just puts it wide. But it is so exciting, Anthony Martial. So exciting. It's not quite coming off for him, although he has got the assist. But it's just a different player to what we've got.
You think that's a case of maybe trying too hard?
Yeah, he is trying too hard, but he's playing fantastic.
Yeah. Should just let it come naturally. I mean, I suppose if it's a tough situation, isn't it? I mean, do you go out and try almost over the top and pray that you're in the next match day squad, or do you go out and just play your natural game and hope for the best?
I mean, I don't know what people at home think, and you, Marcus, as well. But I'm ecstatic that Marcus Rashford is a player I really, probably my two favourite players over the last 18 months. The last 12 months at United have been Rashford and Martial, because they're young, they're the future, they're exciting. At the moment, they're playing for the same position. I don't care if Rashford plays on Thursday and Martial doesn't play for a couple more games and then he comes back in. To have two players of that excitement level and quality fighting for the same place, I'm all for it. As long as we don't abuse one of them, don't play them and end up ruining them and them leaving the club, that's when I start to get frustrated. And I thought that might be happening with Martial. But if they're going to just keep pushing each other to different levels because they want to play, then we as a club and as fans, we're going to get entertained. Fantastic.
Well, I think this is where Jose Mourinho works his magic. He buys players that will have competition in the squad, and I think having these two young kids in there, he's got to tread a bit carefully, because you don't want to damage the confidence of the other. But whatever he's doing to them in training and the games that he's playing between the two, he's really coming up trumps at the minute. I mean, Rashford, all right, we know he's not a left winger, but he does the job on there, and he's exciting, and he's got pace, and he's got the ability to beat his man, same as Martial. So, I mean, if it's got to be rotated between them two, then yeah, go for it.
Skulls Legends, I think this is for you, Marcus. He says, just stick to your opinion, whether it matches with others or not.
No, that's it. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, there's a comment there I need to read. Where was it? Declan99HD1 has been subscribed to the United Stance since you were doing Google Hangouts. That's a long time. I'm thinking about bringing the Google Hangouts back in the summer for transfer shows, because we did it last year.
Yeah.
There's something I just like Google Hangouts, but the problem with Google Hangouts is I don't think you can have the live comments up, and I think that was the reason we moved away from it. Really,
You can have more people on the Google Hangouts, can't you?
you can have more guests on a Google Hangout.
Yeah.
You can have about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Something
think yeah. There's certain shows you could sort of have like a question time show. That would be good.
Yeah, I mean, you get more people involved in it, but then you're going to lose the comments side of it. So, it's a tough one. Down to the people and the fans, isn't it? If they want it brought back, then bring it back.
Mm.
I mean, it's a fan channel, so let the fans dictate it, I suppose. Lost a bit of play there. Look, Zlatan apparently wasn't offside there. He was in. Good ball from Pogba.
Oh, I'm feeling a bit cold. Where's my slippers? I need to put my slippers on. People don't believe how old I am. I'm 55. I'm Benjamin Button. That's what I tell you what. That is the truth, actually. When I was at the Football Blogging Awards, which I don't really like to think about, but this was one positive from it. Back in November, I was walking out to the toilets, and obviously we've had Stan Collymore on the show before, and he was just walking out the toilets. He says, "All right, Mark," and we had a chat for a few minutes, and he said, people like you are the future of this industry. Ex-professional footballers, it's all scripted. They've got runners chucking bits of paper in front of them all the time. They can't even be asked to watch the games most of the time. They're paid ridiculous amounts of money. Fan opinion's the future. And I said to him, well, it's not massively the future for me because I'm a lot older than you probably think. And he was like, oh yeah, you're about 22. I says, I'm not. I'm into my 30s. So he calls me Benjamin Button now. And I wouldn't argue with him because he's bloody huge, absolutely huge. I mean, I'm quite a tall bloke. I mean, I'm 6 foot, but he must be about 6'4", and he's a big bloke. Watford are on the attack at the moment, just for those who are asking. Come live in Sweden and you will freeze your balls off, says Martin Olsen. Tell you what, Martin, I'd like a bit of real snow. It's just miserable cold. I get fed up with wet. Thanks to Jake Holden. He's used the super chat and he's contributed $1 to the channel. Thanks for that, Jake. I really appreciate it. I know some of you obviously will be aware of through Twitch streaming and stuff that you can contribute to your favourite gamers. If you want to contribute to the United Stand, it goes to helping the United Stand get us better equipment and stuff like that. Or if you're just appreciative of the content that we do, you can do that through the super chat now, through the $sign there. There's different levels you can do it. You can get comments pinned up for like 5 or 10 minutes if you want to. So there's things you want to promote, your own Twitter account or anything like that. It's a good opportunity to do it. I think I'd certainly do it. I think, Marcus, you should get yourself a pinned tweet for an hour and for £100 and say, please follow me on Twitter. Daya's just made a fantastic save from a keeper, from a free kick, as Ryan Adams just said.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised actually. I've got like 103 followers.
I'm bloody surprised. You've got 100 more than you should have.
Well, I mean, considering you never shout me out, you shout out everyone else's Twitter handle. You never shout mine out.
No, the truth comes out on live TV.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked to be shouted out?
No, I haven't actually. I just expect it.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
I thought it was just part of the job, though.
I'll give you a shout out. If fame is what you seek, I will give you Twitter
fame. No. You know that ain't true.
Johnny Blake says that the save was sort of at him. To be fair, I think it was. Adrian Smith's talking about the seasons. He says, I hate cold, but hate summer because no football.
Mark, can I ban this Gary Neville guy?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he's been on this. We don't like blocking people, but he's been on for a long time now, probably about 3 or 4 weeks, and it's just constant negativity, and it just ruins it for the live comment. I mean, in fact, we do get emailed quite a lot from people who are regulars on the live comments, and we do take notice of what you're saying. What's Marcus's Twitter? You see, you've played the violin, and now people want to know.
I'm just going to type it out now.
It's at Mark Goldbridge. There you go. Wow, we've had a £10 contribution here from Tommaso, so I better read what he says.
Yeah.
He says, great work, guys. Love this channel. Come on, United. And as you can see, that's pinned now for the next few minutes. But I think, if you do want followers on your Twitter accounts or whatever social media you've got, feel free. We'll shout you out and you can pin it up there and then people can follow you. But Marcus can't even remember his Twitter feed to get a shout out.
I've just typed it in the comments.
Ricky at XFM has contributed $2 and he said, losing De Gea would be a total disaster. Losing De Gea would be a total disaster. Agree. Losing my hair would be a total disaster. I'd be gutted to lose my hair and join the... I don't want to go bold, but losing De Gea would be a total disaster. Agree. I don't think it'd be a total disaster. I've got to say, I don't think it'd be a total disaster. I think it would have been last year and the year before because we were so reliant on him. But he's not going to be our player of the year this year, which is fantastic. I still believe he's the best manager, best goalkeeper in the world, but I think we can replace him. I don't want him to go. I don't think he will go, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did go. And if he does go, it's not going to be anything to do with United on the attack here. Martial doesn't quite get it, but Zlatan's got a chance. Needs to be finding a pass. Side netting. The Football Bear says, Mark, at 100,000 subscribers, will you do your hair like Pogba? If we get 100,000 subscribers, I think we've got to do something, haven't we? But whether I should do my hair like Pogba is... I've got a day job, I'll get the sack. But talking about De Gea there, I just think what it might come down to is if he is homesick. And if he's homesick, he's been a fantastic servant to United. And if he wants to go back to Madrid, we can't really begrudge it him. But what annoys me about it is you get these bloody Real Madrid fans coming on and saying, if we want De Gea, we can get him. It's not going to be anything to do with that. It's not going to be anything to do with Real Madrid flexing their financial muscle, because we can keep him if we want to. And we can beat Real Madrid in any financial argument we want to beat them, as we've shown last summer. Winter is here and we definitely can do that. But what this will probably come down to is whether De Gea wants to go or not. A bit like the Ronaldo situation, Marcus.
Yes, I totally agree. I think it'll be based upon a personal decision. It obviously won't be nothing to do with money, anything like that. It'll be whether he wants to go back to Spain. But in Jose, I'm quite assured that if he does go, that we will find a decent replacement. I mean, there's, as you said, and Draughty says, that guy at Milan. Me myself, I wouldn't mind trying to get Lloris at Spurs. I know he was touted out as a replacement a couple of seasons ago.
I think I don't rate Lloris that much. I think he's a good keeper, but I think I'd want better than that, because you're replacing the best keeper in the world, and I think you need to. The thing I like about Donnarumma, he's a bit like when we signed De Gea, one of the best young keepers in world football. Donnarumma, one of the best young keepers in world football, and also he fits in with United and their current sort of big marketable player that Draughty was on about a few weeks ago. We've got Pogba, you've got Zlatan, Martial, Rashford, a lot of young, some of the best young talents in world football. You get Donnarumma, and he's the most exciting young goalkeeper in world football as well. So, if that happens, that's evolution, that's what happens. We're knocking on the door of a second goal here, but I'm just a little bit worried that Watford might get one. Kasper Schmeichel says elemental pride. Not good enough for me, but he's a good keeper.
No, I'll just tout it out as Lloris coming, just because he's in the Premier League. He's been in the Premier League for quite a few seasons now. He is, I suppose. Let's see, you've got De Gea, Courtois, and Lloris. They're probably the best three in the Premier League. De Gea, obviously, the best in the world. There's Manuel Neuer as well. I don't think we'd ever get him though. But I think if we put enough money at Spurs, we could get Lloris easily, especially if we're in the Champions League as well. So, but I'm not too worried. I expect De Gea to stay, but Donnarumma or Lloris would be my replacement for him.
We're in here with Martial. Please find another
2-0.
assist. 2-0. Brilliant, and that is what you want. I mean, that is just poetry in motion. And that is probably the biggest thing to get excited about, because Martial, dream day, absolutely superb. Cutting inside with a lot of space and just picks his spot. It's the perfect game. Perfect game. If you're a Martial fan, Marcus, which we all are, it's just absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. It's like playing in the playground. Just takes his time and scores the goal.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic. I mean, the guy can't do much more than what he's done today. Last week against Leicester, fantastic performance last week. Bar the goal. This week he's done it again, assist again, but he's got a goal on top of it. So fantastic. He should be in the team. He's proven he should be in the team. He should be a starter, a regular. So hopefully he goes on and gets his head down and carries on doing it.
Where are all those United fans now who are like, get rid of Martial, he's a moody git, he's trying to force a move? Where are you all now, eh? Where are you all now?
Jose's riling up the crowd as well.
Well, the thing is, it's brilliant because that's the second goal as well. It's Martial who scored, and you know what? I've got to make a confession again. I wouldn't have changed the winning team, and Martial's got an assist and a goal. I must quantify that by saying, if people know the United stand and they know me and the followers on Twitter, you'll know how angry I've been about the situation with Martial for at least a month now. It was my favourite player last year. I love Anthony Martial. I want him to be playing. I'm just old school. I wouldn't have changed the winning team. But, you know, old school, archaic, get in the future, Goldbridge, because Mourinho knows what he's on about. And I'm really, really pleased. But it's exciting. It's exciting because Rashford's looking on the bench now thinking, hold on, I've been playing every week for the last few weeks. We won last week. I'm on the bench. Yep. My replacement's just come on, got a man of the match performance, scored a goal, set a goal up. I better up my game again. Brilliant. This is what we want at the most important time of the season. As Carl Lee says, we're back, baby. We're back. Probably a little bit premature, but it's exciting, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah, it's fantastically exciting. It's a great time, to be a Manchester United fan. Again, we've seen 2-3 seasons of absolute chaos and crap, and we deserve this as well, to see our team playing the way United should play, and it's just amazing to see that these times are coming back to us, and it's only a matter of time before we'll be up there challenging again, so it'll probably be next season.
I've been saying for many a month, for the regulars on the United stand, they will back me up on this. I said we'll win the title next year, and I'm never going to change. But I just think the job that Mourinho's done at the club has been fantastic. But what I really have enjoyed about the last couple of games is it's been really, really, really enjoyable to watch. And that's, it's not always been like that, even under Jose. So really, really excited, really, really good to watch. I expect we'll make a couple of substitutions now. I'd quite like to see Martial go off because I don't think he can do better than what he's done in this 60-odd minutes that he's been on the game. Get him off, give him a little bit of a rest, a bit of positivity. Very, very happy. And that second goal kills the game.
Yeah, so hopefully it stays at 2-0 and my score prediction was right.
Man Bro says you were wrong about Martial, buddy. I've never been wrong about Martial. Why am I wrong about Martial? I backed him to the bloody hilt.
That might have been me a couple of weeks ago saying that I didn't think he was doing enough. He just didn't warrant a place to just walk straight back into the team.
Oh, we might get a third here. We should do. Zlatan, just wide. He's just not quite at it today. Mata nipping in on the right, cut back cross, and it should be 3-0. It definitely should be 2-0 on my score sheet.
Update the score.
Okay, see, when I get excited, I don't update the score. But, there's a bit of a novelty here anyway. Winning a home game that we should win. We've not done that for a while, so very, very
another
very
clean
good.
sheet as well.
Well,
not
quite yet, but, we should.
Yes, mate, keep the faith. It's a clean sheet.
You're probably even going to you'll be getting all excited again in a minute because you'll probably see your favourite player coming on in a minute, the tree.
You know what? Wouldn't it be fitting though for him to come on and get the third? Just out of nothing.
No,
yeah,
that would take the shine off it if Fellaini comes on and scores. No. Darth Vader says Martial needs 90 minutes. What are you talking about? Yeah. We've got a lot of games coming up at the moment.
Oh,
But Martial's, again, I think the press will never say it because they're so bitter, but I think Mourinho's player management this season has just been impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. Mkhitaryan, Martial now, what he's done with Jones and Rojo and Fellaini, Rooney dropping him and getting him motivated again. Been absolutely amazing. Joseph Mackinnon's just contributed $1 to the channel. Thanks for that, Joseph. Really appreciate it. But yeah, management, he's just been superb.
Well, you got to think as well. Martial, was brought in by Van Gaal, so he doesn't want Martial still stuck with Van Gaal's not mentality as such, but style of play. He wants more from him. So he's just got to get his head down, work hard, and adapt himself to what Mourinho wants.
Yeah. I could have done with Zlatan putting some goals instead. Just remember they've got him in my fantasy Premier League team. And I did say last night that if you were having a bet, I've got one in at the moment. I said United would win by 2 clear goals, but I said Zlatan would score as well. So one of the bets has come in, and they always do. But it'd be nice to get both in. And Zlatan should have bloody scored today, to be honest.
He should have done, yeah. I mean, he had a good chance in the first half, then he's had this one just now as well.
Anthony Alvarez just made a good point saying don't switch off now, United. We have sort of switched off a little bit. Watford are pushing. There's still 25 minutes left of the game, and Martial's just won the ball back fantastically there, which that sort of thing will endear him more to Mourinho than an assist. Yeah. The fact that he worked hard back, he's playing superb. He's just played another 30-yard pass there as well. It's a stellar performance from Martial. Really is.
I think this is definitely what Mourinho wants. He wants his wingers or the wide men to come back and help out the fullbacks. They just needed to concentrate on being a bit more defensive and just keep on going out attacking and not tracking back and losing your man all the time.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, again, going back to Van Gaal, it was always possession, wasn't it? There was no worries of going forward an awful lot. So
no, yeah, it has been this. For those who've watched it and who are watching it around the world, I think it's been a fantastic performance with loads of opportunity and excitement. And with 2-0 up, you could double that. Really, probably should be 3 or 4-0 up. And I don't think that's because Samir Khan's just said there that Watford are rubbish, but he said it in a more vile way. I don't think Watford have been rubbish. I just think United have been better.
Yeah, they have. They have been a lot better, and it's carried on from the performance of Leicester. And you can definitely see that the way that we're playing, it's much more exciting. It's worth getting up on a match day and looking forward to the games now. It's so much better. Mourinho's just got this team really starting to click now. On a run of 16 games, wasn't it? I think that guy said.
I just think we're really bad sometimes. I saw it after Leicester and it really frustrated me. And that comment from Samir then about Watford being bad. We're really bad at really sort of giving ourselves credit. And I think Leicester, they're not having a good a season as they did last year, but they're not a bad side. And Watford are not a bad side, and we've just been far better than them today. And I think sometimes you've just got to you've got to big us up a little bit. Nobody apart from Chelsea have really wiped the floor with us, and I think that was because we just didn't turn up mentally. I think we deserve a lot of credit, and also the great thing I always think is that Mourinho, when he came, a lot of people are like, oh, he's a boring football manager. The football's been great to watch today, very exciting. The same against Leicester on Sunday, and in fairness, the points we dropped at home to the Stokes, the Burnleys, the West Hams, and the Arsenal, that was just through bad finishing. We were playing really good, exciting football. We just weren't putting the ball in the back of the net. So there's been some really good performances from Mourinho's side as a Manchester United manager, and that's very encouraging as well.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I could probably count on one hand how many performances have been not fantastic, which is a compliment to him and what he's doing and the job that he's got. So, I mean, hopefully, long may it continue and long may he stay in charge, because I don't think anyone could, I can't see anyone really who could come in and probably do as good a job as he's done.
No, I think it's been almost, perfect because I think people forget where we've come from. They get impatient because United should be the best, but we haven't been the best for 3 years, and we've not been that great for 3 years.
Well, that's it. I mean, the Moyes era was an absolute disaster. Van Hals was a disaster. Not much better than Moyes, but the players that have come in as well. He's got to sort them out. If they can't adapt to what he wants to do, then there's the door. It doesn't matter what your name is. If you can't play the way I want you to play, and you can't adhere to what I'm telling you, and you're not listening.
On.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's going off.
I don't know. That's not the substitution I'd be making on 70 minutes.
I'm seeing in the comments Daily Blind.
Oh, that's a bit weird. Why do that?
Why go 3 at the back? Someone's saying Mkhitaryan.
He just can't help himself with Fellaini, can he? I can't be hypocritical. I think that's risky with 20 minutes to go to bring Fellaini on. I'm sure we'll be all right. But as Darth Vader said, Rooney looks annoyed, and I don't blame him. I think.
But what's Rooney done though in the last couple of games?
No, it's nothing to do with that. I don't see why we're bringing Fellaini on.
Well,
it's a risk.
I mean, the obvious answer is height, isn't it? Just to pump the ball up. Apparently, Watford are coming at us as well. They've created a good chance across the face of goal. There was a ball in. So maybe it's just a matter of just lumping it up to Fellaini and Zlatan getting on the end of anything. Matter, yeah.
Well, to be fair to him, he's obviously wanting to bulk up the midfield 3, isn't he? And you can't.
I mean, Matter's not the tallest either, is he?
No.
So I mean, maybe he's thinking.
His only other option to bulk up the midfield is Rooney or Carrick, and Carrick's a bit slower, isn't he? So at least Fellaini just gives a little bit of protection in the midfield. It's not a bad move, to be honest.
But when you think of the tactics and reasoning on why he's doing it, it makes sense.
Yeah. Unless you hate Fellaini.
Oh yeah.
We've done really well on the subscriber count today. Fantastic, everybody. I know some people say, whatever, it's not really our channel, etc. Well, the United Stand, it is your channel, and the more it grows, the bigger your voice gets, and we're all part of something that's never been done before. So, independent fan channel, made by the fans for the fans. Who knows where it could go? So, thanks for everyone getting involved. If you are new, I think you're going to really enjoy the community that we've built up here, and we're very close to 68,000, so we could do it. If you're not subscribed yet, bottom right hand corner, click the hologram, subscribe, and if you do subscribe, make sure that you click the bell. I've only become aware of this recently, but apparently underneath the video where you can see Manchester United versus Watford live stream Watchalong, you'll see the United Stand logo, and then you'll see the subscribe button, and you should have subscribed, but there's a bell there that you can click, and then you'll get a notification every time we go live. We're a live content channel, so if you want to know when we're going live, it's pretty much 8:30 every night. A good shot by Watford there, palmed away by De Gea. He's desperate for that clean sheet. We need to keep that clean sheet for as long as possible in this game. But yeah, subscribe, get involved, and make sure you get involved with the channel, and keep getting involved on the live comments. Maybe Skype Goldbridge on a Monday night. You might want to come on and have your say. So subscribe, get involved, and that's the little shout out bit for the channel done.
Look, people in the comments there saying, "What was that screaming?" It was my TV. Don't worry. Sorry.
Bay has been great. If Martial wasn't my man of the match, it would be Bay, says Ryan Allen. Watford are creating chances, says Johnny Blaze 23. Well, I agree that Watford are not a bad side, and I think people saying, "Oh, Watford have been rubbish." They're not. Callum Seven says, "Sorry for not being on the channel for ages." No worries, pal. And Callum03 says you should try and get a special guest on, like Rio Ferdinand. They want paying, mate, and I don't pay ex-professional footballers when they get paid enough to come on and speak to fans. If they want to come and speak to the fans, they should do it for free. If they're really about fan opinion, then they should come on and do it for free. So I'm not going to pay an ex-professional footballer, $4 or $5 grand to just come on and have an interview with us, because that's what it's all about. And we're a fan channel. Ultimately, we're a fan channel, so fan opinion comes first. If I was offered Ferdinand on Monday night or Skype Goldbridge, people may say I'm an idiot, but I'd do Skype Goldbridge because I think that is more important.
Yeah. Fan opinion is more important, I think.
Well, that's what we started for, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what the United Stand is, and I don't want to become a channel that starts chasing for interviews with players and stuff, because that's what Sky Sports and BT Sports do, and they do it far better than we could ever do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're more than good enough, mate.
I can hear you laughing. Mark, what crazy thing will you do at 100,000 subscribers? Says Alex Calvi. Well, I think, it is your channel, so we'll have to all start collectively thinking. But I don't think there's, are we going to get 100,000 subscribers anyway? I'd be absolutely amazed if we could. Watford are on the attack here, so I'm enjoying just talking about non-match things for the moment, because I'm getting a little bit nervous. There's still plenty time yet.
So what's your next forfeit then?
I don't know. I'm not doing it for this show because the Watchalong always gets 1,000 likes anyway, so we're not doing it for that.
Right.
We'll do it tomorrow night on the Sunday night show, and I don't know. We'll have to think of a forfeit that I can do. I said I'd do the Lee Sharp jig for you if we get 1,000 likes whenever we do the next forfeit.
Right.
A few people have said wear a Liverpool shirt or a Forest shirt. Well, I'm not doing any of them, and. Some people have said wear a Fellaini wig. I could do that. I'm trying to think. There was people were saying like shave your hair off and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm not doing stuff like that.
Well, someone in the comments said earlier, don't they, about having your hair like Pogba.
Oh yeah. Somebody just said you should play FIFA on this channel. We did it before. Not everyone likes FIFA, mate. It's not a good idea. Got my own channel for that. If I ever get around to it, I do content on my channel. Do a few football debates on a Thursday night.
Well, there, Joel Merry's got a good comment here. How about the Peter Crouch robot?
Oh yeah, could do that.
Yeah.
I think United with that Fellaini substitution have essentially sort of shut up shop to get the points, but you know what? I know people are greedy and they'd like to get 3 or 4 and get the goal difference up, but I'd be more than happy with just 3 points today. We've dropped so many points at home. Let's just take the right steps forward.
Yeah, I think he's basically shut up shop now, and he don't want to risk it there. Got the 2 goals. Game's won, finished. So yeah, just take what we got, and thank you very much.
Adrian Smith says you should do the Ryan Giggs celebration after his goal against Arsenal. Well, I haven't got a hairy chest for a start, so that's it wouldn't be a very good, accurate replication. But Leroy Williams, the United Stand must interview Gary Neville. I doubt that Gary Neville would want to come on the United Stand. We haven't got enough subscribers for his publicity, have we, for a start? I found that whole Arsenal fan TV Gary Neville thing, I don't think it was staged, but the way it keeps rolling on, I just feel it, it just sounds a bit manipulative to me, but maybe I'm totally wrong.
Yeah. I didn't really take much notice of it, mate, to be honest.
Corner for United there. Colin Smithable says, "Do a Skype Goldbridge in your underwear." Oh, we don't want to lose subscribers, mate. I think it's been a very good.
There's some good ideas here.
Warren Store says he keeps getting unsubscribed. Yeah, there's something wrong with YouTube, and it's been running for the last couple of months. Just double check you are subscribed to the channel, because people are getting unsubscribed, and that's been going on along with a lot of YouTubers. I've read about it as well. Peter Doyle says if he has any more grandkids, he might hit 100,000 because he's got 7 and all of them are subscribed Cheers, Peter. United stand does tend to grow off word of mouth. I'm always interested, as Red in the Bed was asking at half time, how people find out about the channel. But I think a lot of it is just sort of word of mouth that you come across it, and so just keep spreading the word about it. Daniel Sheehan says, "Do the river dance." We've got 10 minutes to go, folks, so that's good. 10 minutes to go. Rashford's coming on. I think Martial's going off. And a fantastic performance from Martial. And man of the match for me. Man of the match for me.
He has been very effective today. Very effective. That's not to say he wasn't against Leicester, but I think today he has put in a definite man of the match for me.
Well, he's won us the game.
Yeah, I mean, what he's done, I mean, he hasn't overcomplicated things or anything. He's just, second half, he's been absolutely brilliant. Just played his natural game, got his head down and gone for it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the game died.
En Sabanur says he's watching United stand on his wedding day. Get back to your wedding day, mate. You know, she'll never forgive you, or he. Yeah, you're allowed to get married. Could be I don't know what they call them, but same-sex marriage. Don't know. Could be.
So a good thing as well is Mkhitaryan's got the full 90 minutes today as well.
Yeah, well, Mkhitaryan, I believe, is becoming as important to the. Again, we've had another game where Pogba and Zlatan have not been substituted. He just doesn't. He just whether they play crap or not, he will not sub them. But I think Mkhitaryan's starting to fall into that category now, which is interesting. And another interesting thing is we all spoke about it before the game because it has always happened. Oh, Rooney will definitely get on. Well, he's not got on so far.
No. Do you reckon this signals the end of Rooney? Do you reckon he's gone in the summer?
I personally think Rooney should leave Manchester United anyway. I think he's had the sort of career where he's always achieved things. And does he really? I know he earns a lot of money from us, but does he really want to be a squad player at Manchester United? Not starting games, not getting on that much. I think if you reign Rooney, you should be looking to go and have another challenge. And from a club's point of view, should you really be paying £300,000 a week?
Well, he's not even got on, has he?
Yeah. I just think it's the right time for Rooney to go this summer. For everybody. And it would be a massive thank you from everybody at the club. And hopefully he can go on and have another challenge.
Yeah. You think China is the likely destination?
No, I don't think he'll go to China. I just don't think he's...
MLS?
Yeah, I think MLS is probably the best thing because it's English speaking, isn't it? And I might be being unfair to Rooney, but he doesn't strike me as the sort of intellectual type who's going to really enjoy China.
No.
I think
he'll enjoy the food.
America and Disney World and that lot's far better for him. I think Daley Blind's been absolutely rinsed at left back today. I don't know what anybody else thinks.
I've not heard much about him, but Zlatan's had a quiet game as well, from what I can make out. Go on, United. Let's get a third. You need 3 for goal difference. The clubs here in America can't. Oh, look. Lewis Webber says the clubs in America couldn't afford his wages.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what they get paid in America. I mean, I only think that because obviously Lampard and Gerrard and Beckham went there and got paid good money, but I don't know what that good money is. I mean, he'd be very, very... I personally think Rooney should be... I'd like to see Rooney go to like Everton. But whether they, I mean, it's such a massive pay drop for him, and I don't think anybody can. That's the problem I think United have got. Is I think Mourinho, brilliant management again, is just like, he's not good enough for my team. I'll use him as a squad player, but I'm not playing him just because of his reputation. He's just not good enough. And I'm sure there's a lot of teams in the Premier League that would like Wayne Rooney, but the problem's going to be his wages.
It's always going to be a stumbling block, isn't it? I mean, since he's been on that, it's almost as if no one wants to take him because of the wages. I mean,
Ryan Allen says that LA Galaxy or New York Red Bulls can afford him.
I don't think he'll go anywhere in the Premier League. Just can't see it happening. As much as he probably would love to go back to Everton, like you said, he'd have to take a massive wage drop. But
I think this is just a break in the play here. Mkhitaryan, again, he got punched in the face by accident before, and he's just caught another elbow in the face there. He's been in the wars today, Mkhitaryan. But I just think we're paying the price of Moyes really when it comes to Rooney, because that contract was ridiculous to give him. I think it was a 5-year contract at that stage of his career when he hadn't been playing that well anyway. I just thought it was a stupid thing of Moyes to do.
It was a bit idiotic, wasn't it? But I mean, it's clear to me, I don't know what you think, Mark, but I mean, he just doesn't offer Manchester United anything anymore.
Not in a first team shirt now, and I don't think he can work his way back in.
I mean, there's better players out there that we could get, who probably love to be on them wages. I think we've probably got better players in the team as well.
Yeah, I agree.
But better than him.
Yeah, I think, we've been saying this about Rooney for a long time. It doesn't mean he's totally useless. I do think he definitely offers a lot behind the scenes as well. His influence in the dressing room, his experience. I agree with all that. But should Rooney be in a Manchester United first team now? Not really. Not for me, no.
No. Thing is, though, you don't want to keep on. You don't want to keep him just for his dressing room knowledge and stuff like that. I know people look up to him and that, but I think Mourinho wants to. He doesn't want it that way, does he, anymore?
No, he wants to create his own dressing room, which is what we've seen with the likes of Mkhitaryan and Martial recently. He keeps them out of the team to sort out their attitude, and it's worked.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we can tell it's worked by the performances the teams are putting out there. And when they come back into the team, the spirit and the hard work that they're showing to get into the team as well. I mean, they're not expecting just because they're part of Manchester United to just walk in. Mourinho's making sure that they knuckle down and earn their place.
Yeah.
Just because you got a name and you're on, you're a club captain and you're on so much money, you're not just going to walk back into my team and that's it. You got to work for your place now.
Oh, exactly. And that's the way it should be.
That is the way it should be. That's not the way it has been, though, is it, for the last 2-3 years?
No. I think Van Gaal and Moyes certainly, they didn't want the hassle of dropping. Well, Rooney as an example, yeah.
Yeah.
People are saying, what are you doing, Mark? I'm just setting up my live match reaction stream, so...
There's only about 3 minutes left now, isn't there?
Yeah, I like to... that's why it's good when I have a guest on, because I can set that up while they're here, and we can more or less seamlessly move from one stream to another.
Well, another clean sheet, mate.
Well, not quite yet, but I think we're just about there, yeah, I'd agree with that.
I know it's not over until the whistle's gone, but...
Mkhitaryan's coming off now.
Yeah. Oh, you got 88 minutes, 89 minutes. Who's coming on then?
Lingard,
yeah. Suppose again, just bringing him on, fresh legs down the wing, track back. You're not watching the Spurs Liverpool game, no?
I'll keep an eye on it, but I think I'm going to probably watch the rugby. and I will keep an eye on it. I want Spurs to win it. I think that's the result I prefer. Although a draw, I think, is the best result for us.
Do you think then if Spurs win, second's out of sight?
No, I think Spurs are capable of dropping points all the time. So yeah, I still think we can definitely catch Spurs. We've got to play Spurs away from home as well. And I think the way we're playing at the moment, we can beat anybody.
Yeah. Also, I'm really looking forward to the Chelsea game at Old Trafford.
I think we'll win that. I do. I think Mourinho will go out of his way to win that, because I don't think he was very happy with the way Conte or the club treated him when he went back to Chelsea. So I think he would definitely be up for it, and I think we'll win that. So I'm glad that Chelsea have got the points all pretty much secured themselves, because I do think we'll win that.
It'll be interesting after the 4-0 drubbing we got. It'll be interesting to see how far we've grown as a team, how far we've come under Mourinho, if we can get a result against them.
Yeah, I agree.
So I know we've got to go to the Emirates, haven't we? So
get commenting in the live comments and let us know who your man of the match is, even if it's a bit of an obvious one. It certainly was for me. I think it was head and shoulders the man of the match today. A superb performance, and really, really pleased with him. And
there's a comment here from Colin Smithable. Marcus, what are you watching? I'm not watching anything. I've got my mum's watching Supernatural in the background. Sorry.
How is your mum anyway? She getting all right?
Yeah, she's right. She's got a leg up at the minute. How many? You had 36, was it? This time?
33 stitches and last time it was
33 stitches in this one. So yeah, she's all right. She's getting there.
Good.
Oh, tough old bird.
Tough old bird.
Yeah.
You heard that, didn't you?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's the second one she's had done there, so should be all right. Next time I come on, I'll make sure she's out of the way.
Sorry.
It's just that where I sit, where I've got my desk and my TV and my laptop and everything, it's in the corner of the living room. And I've got the main TV up on the wall next to me, sort of. So
it's not easy. It's not easy. I have it. It's not so bad in this house, but in the old one, I used to struggle
I'll buy some
sometimes
headphones
with traffic. In fact, where I am today, I've got people coming in through all the time. So. Right, I have I've set up the live stream for the live match reaction. It is in the video description for those who want to go and listen to me straight after the game with a sort of shortened match reaction for you. But I'm back in the room now, which is good. So I'll explain all that, how that works in a moment. But let's get back into here, because we are still live with this, and it's a fantastic game to be live about. Very, very happy with it. Very, very pleased with the result. And I think, we were talking about this a bit before, and I don't know, Martial man of the match, as Jack APHD. I hope I've not missed any contributions while I was setting all that up. If anyone's super chatted and contributed to the channel, which it doesn't look like it has, no, I don't think I have. I think we're getting back into a position now where we're winning games 2 in a row. We're playing well. I'm sure people will start moaning about us being in 5th or 6th. But that's it. We're fantastic. We've won the game. Fantastic result. And very, very, very happy with that. I think, we should have won it. Of course we should have won it. But we were maybe a little bit nervous about it, because you just never know. You never know. We've dropped so many points at home. But I'm really happy with that, Marcus. Very, very happy. And it sets up everybody's Saturday evening perfect. Takeaways, rugby, whatever you're going to watch. But your quick thoughts on the game, Mark?
I'm very impressed, mate. I said 2-0. I thought it would be a tough 2-0. I thought it would be a little bit tougher, but fantastic performance again. Martial, man of the match for me. Without a doubt, everyone's played well. Everyone's done their job well. Tactics that were employed were spot on. So, yeah, I mean, everything's absolutely fantastic, and long may it continue.
Kean Dowling just said on the live comments there he would give it to Herrera. He thought he was absolutely superb, which is a very, very good shout.
A bit of an unsung hero today, I think.
Unsung hero, and that's the sort of thing that Michael Carrick's been doing for years. So he definitely deserves a shout out there, as does Bay. I think Smalling did well as well. You know, I like that centre-back partnership. But thanks for coming on, Marcus.
No worries, mate.
Thanks
for having me, and I shall speak to you all soon.
Cheers, pal. And
No worries.
Thank you. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end this stream. If you go to the video description, it's in the first line of the video description. There's a link for you there to go onto the match reaction stream. I'm literally going to be 1 minute from one to the other, and then I'll give you my short, concise match reaction thoughts. I think there's some really good points that I want to raise in this game that I was writing out in the match, about Mourinho, about Martial, about the future of Manchester United, that I think really deserve some mention. Also be giving you player ratings as well. So I'll be over there in a minute. The link is in the video description. Thanks everybody who's been watching the watch along for the last 3 hours. Fantastic, really enjoy it. Make sure you're here for Thursday night's game as well. If you're a new subscriber, we're live every day at 8:30, and keep getting involved and subscribing. And I shall speak to you all in about a minute's time on the live match reaction stream. Video description for that. See you soon.